I'm sipping, 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 I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping. Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
It's all the way live. 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 It's all the way live.
What's up with y'all, man? Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. It is a Monday evening. It is also 7 p.m. So it is time for us to be.
It's all the way live. It's all the way live.
And I had a great fucking day. So I'm chilling. How we sounding? We good? Yeah. Alright, cool. You see in the title that we got a couple guest hosts coming. Of course they're running late. You know how that go. But time waits for no man. So we in here. I'm gonna start this by paying some bills real quick. Let's get to the commercial and then I'll be back in a second, man. This is Sippin' with Sammy, Sam Malone, Barstool Rug here with Rich Jewels, the official sponsor of the Sippin' with Sammy podcast. Tap in with Rich Jewels, male or female jewelry, and actually has a holiday sale going on right now. Black owned, small business. Tap in with Rich Jewels, Sippin' with Sammy approves. That part, man. Tap in to Rich Jewels. Shout out to Marissa. Dope collection she's building over there on that side, man. Gave y'all a little sneak peek in the commercial. Shout out to Font Productions. If you need a commercial, holla at K. I like the little her popping into the scene. That was kind of fly. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. So I fucks with that. How was everybody's weekend? How was Thanksgiving? I gotta remember, like, I can't just do the weekend. Y'all had a whole holiday going on. If you want to chat, let me know what your favorite dish was this year at Thanksgiving. If you in the comments, please let me know the best thing. Preferably what you made, but we all greedy, so let me know if somebody else cooked you. And you was like, yeah, that's they won this year. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what went on. But as for me, myself, I told y'all last week that I did the Friendsgiving thing with one side of my family. And so then Thursday I was with the other side of my family. So like I left the whole Thanksgiving experience feeling fulfilled. So very fulfilled. And I had a great time. I ate great for 2 weeks in a row. So I just appreciate everybody that made that possible. That was dope. All the hands that participated in making sure that we were nourished. And us all having traveling mercies, because I haven't heard anything yet about anything happening that's crazy. So salute to everybody that got to get with family and friends or whoever you want, because it's the time to be around some love and feel like some love, like they said in Paid in Full. Shit, I filmed on what was that? Friday night. Who we filmed with? No. Yeah, I had Hayes Boogie on. So I had Hayes Boogie on Friday, so that's coming soon for y'all. Had a great time with him. And then my man Uptown Easy had an event, Philly Takeover, meet and greet, Fuego Bass from BSM, you know what I mean? BSF, Black Soprano Family. Shout out to Benny the Butcher and them. The meet and greet was dope, you know what I mean? Come on, man, you gotta get ahead. You don't get to fall back when you late. You got to get on camera.
Gotta get straight on?
Yeah, man, what you mean? But yeah, shout out to Easy. It was dope to be around the BSF crew. They had strands in the building. They had merch. How you, bro?
Good, bro.
Love. You right there on the wing. Yeah. It's my guy, man. Make some noise for my man. I finished bargaining in the situation, getting situated, man. You know what I'm saying? Looking good too, man.
I'm trying, brother.
Look good,
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Huh? I got comments already. Kay said the yams was the best thing she had on a holiday. Appreciate that comment. Them yams was slamming. What's good, my guy? Mac and cheese, always a winner like the Eagles. IYBO Clothing. It's crazy because I just went on my gram and he just like about 20 posts. So shout out to you, with the clothing line too. You gotta tap in with me. So we got yams and mac and cheese, man. Did you do the Thanksgiving thing?
Nah.
You ain't do it?
No.
All right.
And only because I'm watching my, I'm trying to be careful.
So
man.
you ain't even get a cheat day.
No cheat day. Remember I used to cheat day used to be me every day.
He
He
said I done cheated enough.
Yeah, I cheated enough. That cheating is over, man. That's over.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody, like I said, that enjoyed their peoples during the holiday. Whether you respect the holiday or not, don't get too caught up in the mean and make sure you get with your people while everybody got a day off.
Get your family, your loved ones, man.
Absolutely. I was recapping my weekend when you walked in and shit, man.
Okay.
So let me finish this one thing real quick, because I was saying Uptown Easy had a good event with the BSF family, you know what I mean? Fuego Base and them. So I slid down on that Friday night and they said merch and strain release. Definitely had the merch, definitely had the strains. That's where I was at when you walked in.
Okay.
The vibes, man. I'm talking to players from in there that came down with them and all of that, and it's like, yo, what Benny and them did for the city, what Biddy and them did for the area, like, y'all don't understand. And I'm like, I kind of get it, not in like the impact that they got, but like there was a time where Philly felt dry, and then all of a sudden every label was trying to sign a Philly nigga within 7 weeks.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying?
That's
We
a
went
fact.
through that.
That's a fact.
We seen that happen, and we seen a lot of people get opportunities, whether they would lasted or not, in one fell swoop. Like, oh shit, we lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because might have started with the prop or whoever, but somebody got popping and then everybody else got opportunity. So that's what they going through right now. But the difference is they never had that before. You see what I'm saying?
Buffalo never had,
Syracuse, none of them.
Yeah, people don't understand that New York is a big. We only think about New York City, but outside of New York, like the little spots, like we gotta even remember Yonkers went through that.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It took a groundbreaking artist or somebody to come from those different spots to let you know what's happening, and for the BSF to pull people in. And remember, I performed with Benny.
Yeah.
And I seen that. I seen that back in 2000, like the progression. And he had all them people on the stage. You know, Ricky Hyde and all those guys. He had all them, 38 Spec. He had all them guys around. And to see that in a couple years, I know what Philadelphia capable of.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
You dig what I'm saying? We seen that.
It's supposed to just keep motivating. That's how the ball keep getting passed back and forth, and everybody can get money.
Yeah.
And get looks. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes money isn't immediate. But sometimes you find somewhere to land that'll pay you forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
and that's fly. But and shout out to Fuego Base. They supposed to be in town on the 1st. So I'm supposed to tap in with him. I got a lot of running to do. I got a funeral and all that. But if we could get it done, I'm gonna try to get that done. So even if you want to slide through, man, and catch up with your BSF family. You know what I'm saying? But
definitely, I appreciate it.
That's something I'm looking forward to if we can make that happen, because he definitely was excited about getting some pod time while he was in the city. You know what I mean? So we gonna make that happen if possible. But how you feel, man? You good, man?
Oh man, I'm blessed. You know me. Hey, if don't nobody else know, you know what I've been through.
I know what you go through.
I go through, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I go through, and that's why I gotta reach out to you. You know, whether even it's a phone call, I need to see you in person. I mean, that's for me. It's therapeutic.
I appreciate that.
Even for us to communicate, because it's always more in depth and it's always to the point and something real serious.
Absolutely.
So it's always good whenever I'm able to sit with you in the whole platform, because more things always develop from it.
And that's dope. But you always, like, even when your body say, I don't feel like it today, you be figuring something out the whole time. You be on your joint. And we all go through ups and downs. But sometimes when we hit that down, we shut down. Your brain just be kicking your ass, bro.
It got to, because that shutting down is like, if you shut down, it's hard to restart, man.
Absolutely.
It's hard, and that's my biggest thing. Regardless of what I'm
you
going
don't pick
through,
the restart neither.
No.
You gotta ride that thing out.
No, right. That's what I'm saying.
That's scary.
And it's crazy because even at the beginning of the year, I thought I was ready to restart. And then something happened. It was like, man. Then you get ready to do something else. Then this happened. Then you look at the news. Then it's this. And it's like, man, when can I get a break? But life don't give you breaks. Life give you blessings. You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
Life don't give you breaks, it give you blessings, man, and lessons at the same time.
Talk heavy.
So, like, man, every day we alive is a blessing. We make the opportunities. We make the opportunities, whether it's working amongst each other, trying to figure out where we can strengthen each other, whatever it may be. In our city and everybody's society needs to understand that.
I watched Busta Rhymes earlier today say, you know, we pray for the blessings and we want God to do certain things for us and we want the universe to create certain situations for us. He said, but the blessing was the fact that you can go out there and get it.
Right. And that's what I mean.
I'm paraphrasing, but
exactly what you're saying.
You know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we could be in a restricted place where you could find where you can't even get the opportunity to do anything.
And you've been there.
And that's my biggest. I don't ever want
You
to
ain't
go
playing
back
with time ever again.
No. That's
time is nothing to be played
Time
with.
is undefeated. Time is undefeated. They better learn, man.
Get down on the ground. 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 Down.
Don't waste your time. Don't waste other people's time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't allow people to waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? And have respect for each other's time as you want somebody for yours. You know?
Always put yourself in a position to never be a burden. Right?
Be an asset.
Always be an asset because you want when you need to be when you need. You don't want it to be a regular thing. You see what I'm saying? Can I offer you a beverage, brother? You want water, alcohol, beer?
No, thank you.
Cranberry juice, ginger ale.
I take some cranberry juice. I definitely take some.
Listen, you got it. She gonna grab you a cold in, man. Gotta give you something. I'm sipping, but I don't need you parched. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see why my man name is Authentic, man. You know what I'm saying? Authentic bars. He don't procrastinate with none of this shit. Everything that he says is because, like he said, he don't play about time. And I think that it's important for people to realize that. Like, even though he was late today for my shit, but it's cool.
Traffic was terrible, man.
I had a feeling.
Traffic was terrible, and I was pushing on something, and that's my biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling someone, I said, I'm late. I seen it on GPS, it said 7:02. I said, that's late.
Yeah.
That's late. If it ain't 6:45, you late.
Well, the good thing about the live stream, I want everybody on time, but I can start it without niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's not like if I had to interview you and you was late. You can't do it till you get
right.
A little different. But another comment. Wanisha Birch.
Oh, that's my people. Hey,
Wanisha. Shout out, man. Salute to the love. She said those are fire heart signs, I believe. I'm not emoji savvy, but I think that's a burning heart. Shout out to Wanisha, man. That's fly. Love the support. But let me try to rush through my weekend real quick because I had a couple interesting highlights real quick, right? I know I'm begging for it, but we live, baby. Ain't no structure here. So I be having to go through my pictures to remember what I did because every week it becomes a blur. Mm-hmm. So like I said, we wound up at Taste Creators for the BSF event. Then on Saturday, 350 Pressure, my folks, they had a birthday party. Had to get suited and booted, black and red.
Sound familiar.
Yeah, man. You see me with the you know what I mean, little suit.
Oh yeah.
With the amateur twerking sucks shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Had to give them that. But had a great time, great energy, and I told somebody that I never met in my life because I was drinking, and it's the holidays. But I'm talking to the brother, and I'm like, yo, this is like the perfect energy for after the holiday. Like, you know how you hustle and bustle for Thanksgiving, and then it's something that weekend. It's like, I don't really feel like the whole whatever, but it was so chill in there. It wasn't like pretentious. You know what I mean? You do whatever the fuck you want, and just everybody was cordial and decent. You know what I mean? Right. Nobody staring, no funny shit.
Yeah, no.
But it was like, I was like, this feels good. So I was glad. Shout out to y'all for inviting me. I had a great time. Shout out to Boots for the hospitality. Shout out to Julie. Come to find out that one of they folks, I knew his mom for probably about 20 years now, man, because she was bartending back when I was bar stool hopping. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I had a great time with that. Like I said, I'm trying to speed through. Now, something interesting happened. Holidays, I got a cousin in town from down south / California, right?
Right.
He drive an RV and all that, so he be around. He sees me at Thanksgiving. He's talking to me about my platform, and he's saying, I got a game, and it's a relationship game, and I want you and your lady to play it on your podcast, and then we go through. And I'm like, I can't really host it and play the game. It's right. It's kind of weird. I'm like, I'll get a couple.
Okay.
So we got a couple. Shout out to Kia and Ray. You know what I mean? My folks, like, damn near family. They at my mama house all the time. You know what I'm saying? So they've been married 13 years or so. And they played the game. And they brought up a real-time issue that was only a few weeks or days old. And by the middle of playing this damn game, I'm looking at my cousin like, I think this shit work. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And to the game is this one. Why be angry? You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I'm at with it. There we go. Why be angry is the game, right? So this is what they was playing, right? Like I said, it's my cousin, so he can get the free promo. But it's basically directives on how to handle. It's an order and a way to handle the discussion of the issue.
Okay.
And if you follow it honestly and the way that it tells you to do it, then it stops us from doing this in conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Talking over each
Yeah,
other, communicate,
it
have
missing
a dialogue back
shit.
and forth. Right.
Listening with the intent to respond and all of that. You know what I mean? Now we got to intentionally be on this thing, and then this is how we going to do this next part. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it like, you might fucking got something here. So I'm excited about that episode. That'll be out soon, man. Tap in and keep up with us for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, man. Why be angry? Shout out to my cousin
Why
Ryan.
be angry?
Yeah, why be angry? And that's the thing.
Yeah.
When he said, like, why be angry? Like, it's worth a try. Because the sentiment is right.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The whole message that come with it too.
Yeah. So,
It questions a lot that needs to be on the table.
yeah, and I like that they were open and honest with their real life situation and had a real conversation and really played the game for real. Because we could always just get up with our girl and be like, she ate my Doritos. And that's our issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we on camera and we ain't got nothing more than Dorito issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah.
easy to do. So
Yeah.
I really respect and appreciate Doe for playing the game for real and being vulnerable. It's going to be a 2-hour episode, man. It was real. It was real. Wanisha said, hey. Did you watch football yesterday, man?
Football?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Gotta watch the birds.
All right, let's talk about this last week with the birds, man. Because y'all had a couple big ones this last week.
Oh, man.
Y'all had to go against the boy and them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In Kansas City.
Yeah,
And that was a tight game.
Yeah, that was a tough one. And me personally, at the end when he overthrew that ball, man, listen, listen, we gonna call a spade, man. He overthrew that, man. He'd have hit him. He was open.
Yep.
That was game time.
It was
That was game time. So listen, defense got to tighten up. Even yesterday, that was a tough situation. We going back and forth scoring.
Ugly.
Can't keep going back and forth and scoring. We got to stop somebody. Got to play some defense. The defense ain't terrible, but you got to stop somebody. Quarterback ain't going to get it done all the time.
I think the Eagles need to show up and warm up 15 minutes earlier because motherfuckers don't really get rolling to the middle of the third.
Yeah, they're
So, like, if y'all can wake up in the second quarter, we be all right.
Yeah,
well, y'all be all right, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, show up a little early. Definitely show up a little early because that.
It's like they really just got to play with their back against. You ever see somebody? I had a young boy. He used to always be fighting, but he would be losing in the beginning of the fight, and then he catch one of them bell ringers,
Yep.
and that switch is, and he boom, 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 and it's
over.
over.
It's over. Yeah, you can't.
You can't. You're
We
not
can't-
gonna
we not
always
gonna
be
keep
able to
doing
do
that. We not
that.
gonna
Somebody
keep-
gonna knock you
You gotta
out.
start out from the beginning. You gotta start out cruising from the beginning.
Somebody gonna put you down, baby.
You can't feel the situation out the whole time. You just gotta take off.
Yeah.
That's what the Eagles gotta do. They gotta go for. Me personally, how I look at it is a lot of Super Bowls that I watched in the past. You gotta play every game like it's your last. You gotta come out swinging home runs from the beginning. You got sometimes first play of the game. We done seen it from the 20-yard line. They going deep.
You don't want to get into this championship or anything as a team that's good at sustaining. Like,
Yeah, you just okay. just
like
cruising,
yo,
get by, huh?
they figure a way every time. Like sometimes you gotta bomb somebody.
Yeah, so you better, or you gonna get.
Sometimes you
bombed.
gotta send a message. Sometimes you gotta tell this motherfucker when you see me in the playoff, this is what you gotta worry about.
Right.
Not
You gotta
y'all
make a statement.
almost
You gotta-
had us.
You gotta make a statement game.
What my coach used to say, don't let them think they could play with y'all, cause they gonna do it. Right?
Right. Somebody gonna try you. That's why. And me personally, I believe that's how that loss came about by the Jets. That's really how that loss came about. They played with the Jets. You don't play with your food. You better eat. Don't play with your food, man.
And then like when you in a position when people, everybody got the read on everybody's team. We all know who loaded. We all know who got what. We know who's supposed to repeat. We know who's supposed to win this many games. Like y'all on the inside, y'all know all of that. So don't you also know that some of these teams, you're their championship? You
Right.
their biggest game of the year. They ain't going to the playoffs.
They gonna talk
They wanna
about
whoop
that.
you.
Yup, and they gonna brag about it forever. And we beat
Remember
y'all.
Eagles won the Super Bowl that year? They ain't beat us.
Yup.
Like that's crazy,
Yep,
bro.
they don't care about that
Not
ring.
the Jets.
They don't care about that ring.
It wasn't coming anyway. They rebuild and
Yeah,
shit like that.
We know we capable of beating them. So if they the measuring stick, we got them.
Yeah, I play with pride. I'm horrible with it. Like as an athlete, yeah, I want everything. I want your heart.
You have to, especially when you're getting paid millions of dollars.
Yep.
And you're getting 30, 40, 50, 100 million.
You get bonuses in the millions.
Man,
You think I ain't trying to tear something up for a bonus?
Man, listen, they better.
Cause I got drunk last week and blew a bean. You know what I'm saying? Like I need that bonus
No
now. Like,
question.
you know how they be. I done hug out with a couple. You have too.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers play the game for real.
You better play. Like, listen, I get this. Listen, and speaking of that, that's why the NBA got that in-game tournament now
Yep.
for that bonus.
Yep. Make
And
everybody
you better
incentivized
play.
to give a fuck
Yeah,
about
you
the
gotta play.
beginning half of the season, man. We can't just start the season at All-Star.
No.
And that's what's been happening for a few years. It's like nothing matters till All-Star. Now you baseball. Now we ain't watching to the playoffs. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So they had to do that. I think it was a good idea. I think they didn't explain it right.
Yeah, they got to do something to keep the ratings and keep incentive for people to make it competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period. It's got to be something there for the artists. I mean, I'm
The
saying
players.
the athletes.
And
There's
a
gotta
lot
be
of the
something there for 'em.
teams, my bad for cutting you off, because damn, you was almost done. But a lot of the teams, I'm hearing the vets and the higher paid players are doing it for the lower paid players.
Okay.
Like that $500,000 means something to them.
Oh yeah.
They probably
'cause
give
not
it to.
they
They
probably
probably
don't
give them
have a
their
contract.
$500,000.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
don't really
You
have
see
a
what I'm
contract.
saying?
Yeah.
So they fighting for like the young boys that ride out every day with them.
Yeah.
And I think that's dope because sometimes you gotta fight for something. Now you incentivize them and they picked another incentive within their team to why they want to accomplish that. Besides just money. You see what I'm saying? To do it for each other type shit. That's the same as a championship.
And also we gotta remember that athletes do give back to charities.
Absolutely.
You know, so
absolutely.
LeBron himself has a
Neighborhoods,
school,
communities.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of them, they don't just take their money and live vicariously rich. They do have organizations they give back to.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
So I think that's fly. I think that you're the first person I heard say that. But I agree though. I think that it was a lot of confusion. But once I realized what was going on and you're looking at the courts and you're looking at the different jerseys, it builds a different excitement. It builds different revenue. It's a whole thing.
It's different.
It's good business for the NBA that we started worried about them getting soft and all type of shit. You see what I'm saying? You need something. I'm glad you brought that up. That was smart. You smart, bro. You smart. That's why I like you, man. You smart. Smart as hell. What do you think though? Back to the Eagles real quick before we get off of the Eagles. What do you see, man? Are y'all going? Are y'all taking it?
Defense, man. Defense is going to determine everything. Special teams look good. Offense look good.
So y'all gonna wind up praying for matchups.
That D, it ain't, in the playoffs, it ain't even about matchup. If you not coming to play defense, you could be out in the first round.
Yeah.
You, it's no game. See, one thing is, and how I always look at the sports and align them to try to match them up. It's a one and done in football. It ain't no.
Yeah.
Ain't
You
no
got no
series.
series.
Ain't no series.
Ain't no series.
So you
And it's any given Sunday for real. It's literally any. We talk that shit, but it's any given Sunday
it's
for
really
real.
any given Sunday, and it could be on your home turf.
Mm-hmm.
You can get foot stomped on your home turf,
Bro,
for real, man.
bro,
So,
Eagles fans were sitting in pouring rain watching a massacre the first half in the cold
see what I'm saying?
on their own field.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? If that game ain't turn around in the third, that stadium would have been empty on their own field. Like it happens that quick, man.
That's why, man. It's a little. It ain't that. Being a Philadelphia sports fan, period, ain't for the faint of heart
At all.
it ain't.
But that's why you know the city is so tough. Because the following don't die down, man. Y'all always top 3 in revenue, no matter how good or bad the season
fans
is.
gonna turn out. They gonna support.
Sell tickets.
Philadelphia fans been supporting since, I guess, maybe since sports started.
Yeah, bro. Like, we one of the main sports cities and one of the most dangerous and reputable at the same time.
And every sport.
Yep, since boxing.
Yeah.
And fighting been around forever.
Yeah.
Fighting been around forever. Philly always had somebody to ring.
Always got somebody.
Always
got.
I was talking to one of my coworkers today. She said she found out over the weekend Boots was her cousin. She like, we watching the fight. My people's is like, oh, you watching your cousin? And she like, who? And she like, nobody in her family's named Ennis.
Okay.
So she, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't think I know nobody named Ennis but Boots.
Yeah, that's about the only one I know.
I never thought about that because, you know, when you're fighting, you just always expect motherfuckers to have crazy names. But that's his government name is a last name we really don't ever hear.
I never heard of that name before. I never.
Interesting as hell.
Yeah.
It might be an attribute. They might have
like shorten it, like maybe stand for something longer.
No, like they might have converted to Islam or something and picked it and accepted a new name.
Okay.
Possibly, that was apart from what the family had already came up with.
It could have
something like that. You know, we Muslim in Philly.
Yeah, so it could have been something. It could have been we changed our name or something.
I was out of town one time. We was talking about food. And I forget what we was talking about. And somebody was like, "They sell pork in Philly."
Yo, I'm done.
Bro, they was dead serious. They ain't cracking smiles like, they sell pork in Philly.
Like, yeah.
I was like, yeah, just don't order it at the breakfast store.
Yeah, don't do that.
You order some pork bacon, they gonna say, yo,
yeah,
don't cook that on the same grill as my shit.
You
gonna start a whole problem.
Inside that joint, man. The restaurant, don't put that on a separate grill. Y'all got a separate grill. Clean the grill.
Nigga be in a whole conversation. You say pork bacon, yo.
They want L&I to come in that joint. You already know you gonna start something in Philadelphia. You got to call L&I. They not serving the food right.
Yeah, man. I got pork on my fork.
Mm-hmm. Ain't going down.
Don't do that. Don't do that at the breakfast spot. But you can get it from the market. Yeah. And it's some restaurants. Yeah. We ain't way down south. We ain't got restaurants that just say pork on the front of them.
Oh man,
that's it's cute though. Whatever. Nah, man. But off of them Eagles, shout out to everybody that's tapped in. I still don't know where what's her name is. She about to make me call her to see if she alright. Maur.
Yeah, I'm telling you, no. Listen, the traffic on 76 and 95, they got about 2 lanes shut down. It just went down to 1 lane. So if she coming from that way, then it's gonna be a little tight.
All right. So let's get into what you got coming up real quick, man. Let's talk about that a little bit, man. I need some insight. As do the people, man, because it's looking like a big deal.
It is a big deal, man. It's a big deal. Shout out DJ Drewski, Hot
Absolutely,
97,
man.
FM, New York City. Listen, it's going down Saturday, December 16th. I promise you. From 7 to 11 p.m., we already know how it's going to be, man. We're going to turn it into a movie. It's going to be a movie. We got performances. We got food going to be catered. Y'all know I don't play with the people, man. If I put it together, I ain't playing.
Yeah.
We gonna have everything from interviews to media to whatever you need, drops. We setting up a lot. Registration for people, artists that's looking for different services as far as development within their career. Like a lot of artists I noticed don't have, whether it be bio, business cards, marketing material, marketing packets or advertising, a lot of stuff they don't have, and they don't really have a direction in it. Like, and as artists, a lot of times we be all over the place, so it's for me to sit back and develop a outlet where as though to help bring some order and direction, some structure,
right?
And as well as opportunity to people, so DJ Drewski, who I really appreciate, man, he see my vision. And he was open to it, listened to it. We sat down, had a nice, good talk, and I've known him almost a year now. So it's a good play, man.
That's dope.
It's a good play, man.
How did you meet Drewski?
I met Drewski. Shout out Caviar Records. I met him through my man Rock Coogee from Caviar Records. We had an event earlier in March, around when my brother passed away, and I was supposed to be performing. I couldn't perform, but I still, got to meet Drewski, talk to him real heavy, and told him my situation, and I wasn't performing because of my, passing and different things like that. I really wasn't in the vibe for it. But we exchanged information, and from there, stayed in touch, communicated.
Dope.
And I came up with a game plan and of what I wanted to present. You feel what I'm saying? I came up with something I wanted to do, not where as though I'm latching on him like, yo, can you help me?
Right.
You know, it's like, look, I want to do A, B, and C to do this and that. And my biggest thing is to try to help and change the narrative of what we dealing with in society today. You know, rather than run around and always, like how you said earlier, certain energies, to run around and everything always be tense, aggressive, all that. That energy spreads to everybody else. But when you more, you know,
just add more weight to your book bag, man.
Right. But if you take that same energy and do the opposite, as intense as you do it, like positivity,
Absolutely.
helping others, reaching out and doing stuff, then the impact you make is like way bigger than the negative impact.
It takes confidence to do it positively.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't even the most confident people. They're confident in their positivity, though. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right. They confident in the plan, the idea that they
Yeah,
have. It's
yeah.
like, I know what I'm doing is for a purpose.
Yep. I just told one of my homies I love him because since I've known him, he's always been one of them friends that no matter what kind of day you having, when he sees you, like y'all bump into each other, he has so much joy in his face. You know what I mean? And the hug is so real
Right.
that it makes you instantly forget you was going through some bullshit for a couple minutes.
Right.
He has that ability. That's a gift. But he's also not the most dominant motherfucker. He don't control the room. He adds a vibe to the room.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And we know the difference.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like he's confident in the fact that he's good. He see his people, he's happy. He's not worried about Dickie and none of that cool shit. You my fucking brother, and I ain't seen you in a week or 3 days or 3 hours, and he gonna act the same way.
And he cherished that time and that moment spent with the people he
Same
loved,
way,
man.
bro. Shout out to Weez, man.
Shout out Weez, man.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Like you said, you can do whatever you want with the energy. Energy is energy. You do whatever the fuck you want.
But that's where us as people forget, like we let other things control that energy or dictate that energy, whether it be how.
And then
I
you
woke up
identify
this
by it. You
Hey,
say, no,
man.
this is me.
Right.
The bad energy. This is how I am. This is what I do. Y'all know how I give it up.
And the more you claim it, the more you become it. And then the more you become it, the more you get trapped in that whole circle of, you know, you just got a chip on your shoulder, or it's an issue. Everything is this. Is somebody breathing too loud. Your steps is too heavy, and you like, damn, like, oh, just calm down for a second. Breathe. Drink some water, or something. You good?
That's why I say it's the thin line between hate and love. You know how much you gotta care about somebody or a situation to get so affected by everything that they do.
Everything.
And we know how it is. We could be cool with somebody. When we not feeling them, we don't want to hear them laugh. We don't want to see them with a bad one, get a new car, nothing. And it's not even in your personality, but it's just like, I don't like nothing about you.
Yeah, like,
I don't like nothing about you. I don't want to feel like that about people no more, bro.
I had to ask somebody that before, and I sat there calmly as they went through a rant, and I just said, but why are you mad? And they had to think. I'm like, no, but
you know, you can change the channel.
I understand what's going on in life, and life is coming down on you. Why are you mad, though? And they had to think about it. And it's like, yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, because life is crashing down on you. Don't project it on everybody else. Everybody, like, even, like, you go through stuff. We all go through stuff. If people can't respond how you want, when they want, in the fashion you want, one thing I learned is you can't sense emotion through a text.
At all. Nothing written in short form can you get.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, like, people gotta have some consideration for one another, or some understanding. Like, damn, I know if I'm going through something, even if you may not show it, you probably going through something too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm not the only person in the world. There's 8 billion people in the world. Everybody is being affected globally about what's going on in the world.
We live in a city where 300 plus get murdered every year.
And this is
everybody in the city has been affected by it.
Everybody.
If you're over 5 years old, you've been affected by it. Because
little kids been affected by it.
Because you've had so much time in the city that you've taken a loss, or you've seen some shit.
Yeah.
Or you survived something drastic. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody has been affected that's within, whether you're directly in it or not, your cousin got hurt or killed,
Right,
or
right.
you know what I mean. You had a kid that you cared about that lost their peoples. Like everybody's affected. These things don't go unchecked. Like you don't just get the spiral the way that a city like this spirals, and not realize that everybody needs a little bit of empathy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And
Just
I'll be
a little
honest.
bit.
I'll be honest, cause I'm horrible. My patience is one of my least favorite things that I have about me. Like I'm not very patient at all, right?
Right.
But when COVID hit, and I realized the whole world was about to be stressed out, I started working on it more diligently, being more intentional about take a minute, no road rage, getting mad in lines, all the shit that I'm used to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the same way my mom used to never want to blow her horn because when she see it on the news, these the times when somebody gonna hop out the car with and get the yeah.
You honk the horn too much. You honk the. Hey, I swear you better know it.
And it's not funny, but it's like you gotta just
listen.
better
This is the time where you don't even want to be driving down certain blocks honking your horn.
no.
Cause especially depending on the type of vehicle you in, they might think you the opposition, and you might. That joint is dangerous.
The crazy
man.
thing is, once they think you are, you are.
Yeah. It's not no hold on, pull over. We gonna check your ID.
It's too hot right now.
No, it's we just recognize that same type John spin through here. So now we gonna Swiss cheese that joint.
Yep.
We gonna
Find out later.
Yeah.
Find out later.
People gotta understand this ain't the time. This ain't the time to be hot headed, man. This
And
is the time.
selfish.
This is the time to use your brain. This is the time. The brain is the most important thing on the human body.
If y'all tapped in for Maur, she's on her way, by the way. But go ahead.
It's the most important, and a lot of us don't use it. I see a lot of people being reactive out here. They just like
Not proactive.
not proactive, not just reactive.
Not wise at all.
You can't say nothing. Hey, don't do that. Boom, 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 boom. Like, damn, I'm just saying, don't do that. Don't do it. Like,
I was trying to help.
Yeah,
Actually.
trying to tell you, like, they don't. Some people, man, after what I seen, is just I pray a lot, man. I just no matter what, for who or for what, I pray for the betterment of everybody. Cause if it keep going this way, the children ain't got no future, man.
I work with children, and I always have to a certain capacity since I was like 12, 13 years old, right? I see the difference in these youngins, yo. The I don't give a fuck that we had is not the I don't give a fuck that they have. It's based on completely different
No, they serious.
boundaries.
Yeah, they serious.
And I don't even mean just the wild ones. I mean the ones that just check out.
Yeah.
They're not motivated by none of the shit that the space cadets of our era was motivated by, bro. It's different. It's like they know too much. It's like,
yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know if they see it to the
they
future
not that
or what.
bright, but they know too much of the wrong, like everything. Like
yeah. Anytime you know how to put together pieces and parts so you can go out here and cause
make a
mayhem.
hammer.
I couldn't see myself as a teenager or a kid in my grandma, mom, somewhere. Because I don't own my own place at 13, 14. So I could never see myself in a back room unattended with enough time to put together an arsenal. I just don't,
see how that was going to work in my mama's house.
I don't see
They
it.
was flipping my room like a cell anyway.
Man, look.
It's in my house.
And you got not
you
even
ain't
that.
clean up.
You got some mail coming through here from Amazon. From what? For
what?
who? For what? What's this
What we
package?
doing?
Open that up. Oh no, them parts don't look like nothing. Go no video game or nothing. Let me Google it. You call these people.
And you spent me and your grandma money on this
Oh,
shit?
you get beat. I remember back in the day they used to have a John. What was the sneaker John used to order from?
East Bay.
I caught a whooping behind that.
Oh, you went crazy one time? Bro, I
Because
used
they
to,
had the cash on delivery.
Yeah.
My grandma said ain't nobody paying for that.
Yeah, and now you on deck for that. Wow.
Yeah, she said, man.
I used to read every East Bay 5 times at least because I would always see a different sneaker every time I look through it. And
back.
I'm a savage. I like soccer sneaks, wrestling sneaks. I like everything.
all that.
You know what I'm saying? But I never ordered nothing from East Bay, bro.
That one time, I had to send it all
ordered
back.
nothing.
All of it went back. never got another chance.
Yo, that's hilarious. I used to think like, and this is when I was older, like late high school. I was like, this probably for people from like the Midwest and shit. Like, we got mad sneaker stores. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And, like, I know people, so I get a hookup and all of that type of shit. I'm like, this for people that can't get to the sneaks and coaches that need team sneaks. That's how I used to look at East Bay, but they used to always put me on to what was coming out.
Right.
So I used to just stare at that shit for hours, bro. Hours. But you got a whooping over it.
Yeah.
See, I was scared of that.
That was it.
I think I learned from 800 numbers.
That's another thing. Run that phone bill up.
You run that phone bill up?
Phone bill up.
I don't even know if it was me that did it, but I remember learning early that wasn't a thing you do.
No. Then they gonna find out who did it in the house.
Actually, it ain't hard to figure out. When you a kid, you think it's so difficult. Everybody used the phone. Nah, man, bro.
That's why this
everybody ain't dumb as you.
This day and age, these kids got it easy, man. But easy to a extent where everything, the wrong stuff, is easily accessible.
Yep.
It's just easy, like.
And there's another aspect that I don't think we accounted for, right? We're a generation that probably had boosted entrepreneurship to a certain extent, because we come behind a generation of people that work 22 years somewhere and then get fired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Or spend their whole life somewhere and they don't take care of them. They wind up working at Strawbridges when they 80 on a cash register or some shit. Like, we've seen that these jobs don't necessarily take care of you if you're loyal to them.
Yeah.
So we had a different mindset. Imagine being 2 generations after us, and you see people just do some dumb shit and come up. You see, you see people work hard to do, like, you see, like, the extremes that they're seeing is so much crazier than what we saw.
Yeah, very much. Especially with
you can get $3 million in a weekend for playing a video game now.
You can go. We never thought, we used to be in the street, DVD recording, camera and all. Like, they got a phone in their hand. You can go viral.
70,000 people watching you open
you can go
your
viral.
mail.
Yeah, you can just go viral off of you know, we never that's what I mean, it's just easy for them. Success or what is to be presented as success is portrayed easy to them. Like, just do something on your phone, even if it's something negative, and you record it. You're known for doing this most catastrophic act now.
And it's not even about, like, there was a time where being famous was about, like, you know, some people was like you too pretty to be in this small town. No, it's about being pretty or cute or being ugly as hell. Y'all both could come up. If you're ugly and you willing to laugh at it, you going viral. You going to get $5,000 every time you step in somewhere for the next 3 months. Hopefully you invest it and do something with it, because it's going to burn out.
Yep.
But there's opportunity there, and people think that 3 months is longer than it is.
There we go back to the time.
Time, bro.
People don't consider time, and then everything has its proper time. Yeah, everything, and that's another thing I used to look at, even doing shows, doing events. After that night that you done spent all this time gathering for this one night, the next morning, what do you have?
That's why you network so much.
The next morning, you got a table full of bills, all this other stuff. No, you got to have something going on the next morning. You feel what I'm saying? You got to have your brand. You got to have your businesses. You got to have, like I see you with the rich jewel. Like, people don't understand. I'm like, yeah, look at bro.
That's my
like,
five.
Right. They don't understand. Yeah. Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
For real.
Right.
Because the world is so much more to offer the world. You know, to just touch on one topic, that's only one topic and billions of other things. Yeah, I rap, but what about AI technology? What about computer? What about graphics? What about?
Because ultimately, a topic is just one thought. How many thoughts you have a day? How many other people thinking?
Your brain working, and that's what get me thinking about, like, dang, what make a person? You wanna thinking all different. I took a
Gatorade break to get everything straight. Now I'm sitting here like, how much Gatorade make? How much money do it take to make some more money? Jeezy be talking that.
See what I'm saying? And people just don't understand it. Like, hold on. You start thinking that these brands and all these businesses, like, hold on. Right. And then now your brain like, how can I cut into that? Let me see.
I have a likeness, an image, and all the shit that NIL is representing right now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But now I want to get back to this flyer, right? Because we started talking about the event, and then we started talking like brothers,
right?
Which is beautiful because we got time. But it says casting call, big as hell, right?
Right.
But you just told me about 40 different resources that y'all providing. What are y'all casting for?
Movies.
It's an open casting call.
Open casting call. So my thing is, the casting call and the performances is two separate things.
Okay.
The casting call, you come, we're gonna have a sign up registration. Whether you come with your resume, your Instagram, something to put in my hand, or email, whatever it is, you come submit. Like, I'm looking for caterers, designers, actors, actresses, videographers, everything. Musicians, all that. Everybody can be utilized. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because my plan is to go from city to city
I always
to tour
think
to tour.
soundtrack, so I go right to music.
Right. Soundtrack. Right. Live bands. I'm looking for all that. You know, even Gretchen Emery.
Shout out
See
Gretchen.
what I'm saying? Like, you
Gretchen.
know what I mean?
You know
So
that's
like,
the homie.
right. So I'm like, I pay attention. I'm on everything. I'm on everything. Like, hold on. If Barnum and Belly can go city to city, or the Carnival can go city to city, why I can't take some funnel cake makers and popcorn machines and peanuts and artists and, you know what I'm saying?
Some
Why I
crochet
can't?
girls and all
yeah,
of
some people make cakes and
Yeah.
what y'all doing today? You want to come? Flyer, we put you at. Let's come on, bring down with different businesses, brands. We got some youth. We got some youth that has talent, skill, gift. Or even, you know me, I like to play chess. You want to sit down and play some chess?
Play
we can
chess
do that.
200 for the Sipping with Sammy. That was fun.
Listen, like, come on, man. It's more to life.
We shooting the 250th soon too. You gotta come out. I'll let you know.
What's that?
The 250th episode.
Okay,
we do
right.
A live taping again like we did last time.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I said we need to do it more often, so I ain't waiting for the hundreds no more. But soon we gonna start doing them on a, more regular basis.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
But city and the situations always fluctuate, so we just gotta go with it. But no, I think that's fire because it's like you thought of everything that you could do in one building in one night in 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because you know me, it's certain events we have that I keep the number low just because I want people to come network.
Right.
I want the right people to be in the building and not worry about what. You don't even think about it.
We ain't
donation for the situation
right.
and keep it moving.
That's it.
I ain't trying to come up. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
And then there's other nights where it's like, man, you know what it took to do. We got to get something. But I appreciate people that make sure that when the people are in the room, that they get something more out of the room than just paying to see what you doing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's my biggest thing because I've been on that side. Where it's like I show
for
up.
years.
Right. And it's like, hold on. I can understand the frustration because even like how I came in here. Brother, you want something to drink? You want this? You want that? Like, where is the hospitality? A lot of people don't understand that small thing of hospitality goes a long way.
Absolutely.
People would rather sit around somebody that they know, like, damn, man, this person genuinely cares. They not trying to get $1, $20, this, that, cut into you for this. So people would rather come to a function that they know. I know if this brother throwing that joint, I know him. I ain't got to worry about nothing to drink, nothing to eat, this, that. Ain't going to be no problems, ain't no nonsense. None of that. We're going to have a good time.
Pride in that kind of shit, man.
You know what I'm
Promoters
saying?
don't.
No.
People do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Real people do. When your lane is just to promote and you look at it as a promoter, you don't give a fuck if that club gets shut down. It ain't yours. You see what I'm saying?
And I've been in those situations. I've been in them situations in other cities. You know? And that's what I don't want a lot of these artists to get into. You went down Atlanta or this place or that place from something you seen online, and you get down there and it ain't nothing you thought it was. You done got burnt.
I took a New York trip with one of my homies one time, and she burnt everybody, bro. She was on a plane to Atlanta before the show was over. No bullshit.
Listen.
She was at the airport before the show was over.
I had that happen to me. Bro, and I don't tell too many people this story.
And I think it was coast to coast. I want to out them, but go ahead.
When I was down in Atlanta, the people that booked the event down there, I lie to you not. We get a vibe about something. We already know. We pick up on stuff. So I know the way shows and different stuff is supposed to run in an organization of. So
tell them to tap into the live stream. You're going to have to cut that off.
Tap into the live stream. Tap into the live stream. Yeah, it's about to go off now.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So as far as down there, I got a vibe.
Right.
The next morning, I go to slide up on them. They packing their stuff in the Airbnb ready to roll. I said, ooh, I caught you. I said,
Hand in a cookie jar shit.
oh, no, we switching. So y'all wasn't going to tell nobody? I said, I already peeped. From there, I knew what it was. I said, you right. And that was a situation where I had to think about getting in trouble in another state.
Bruh.
Or making it back home to my family. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just go home.
I had to eat this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go home, man. I'm going to just go home, man. But it's all right. It made me smarten up, and I come to realize I'm not the only person that go through that.
You know how many people approached me over the years and was like, you know, we could just do a whole tour. You got a network, I got a network. And it's like, you ain't never did that shit in a reputable way to where I could put my name on the shit with you to be taking people from city to city and shit like that. Like, that's crazy. We seen a couple years ago, a bunch of local artists went on tour with somebody and they wind up having to scramble to get back home. They was stuck.
Yeah, see, and that's my whole thing, and that's what the casting call is for, to screen or review. What can you do? What can't you do? Where can you go? Where can't you go? What budget do you have for yourself? What have you done for yourself? What have you invested yourself? What's your track record? Where are you trying to go? You dig what I'm saying? If it ain't cut for you or you can't meet certain requirements, don't put yourself behind the 8 ball more than you need to be. Point blank period. You don't have to try to keep up with the wave is.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, pace yourself. You seen me for the last few years. Chilling. Fall back. Still get stuff done. There's other ways to do stuff. Yeah. You know, but don't put yourself, because mentally it do a lot to you, especially when you run into a lot of them situations where you stranded somewhere. You know, you look up, and and another thing I tell it all the promoters and the people that's putting on these shows, don't treat people like that, because you run into some of these people that ain't got the best sense. Right. And then you got a problem. Look at the young lady that just did that to her manager. Like, people don't understand. You don't understand the mental. You don't know what's going on in a person's mind. You don't know what's going on in their life.
They say she walked away first.
I watched the video. That joint was crazy.
They said initially she walked away, and then she came back. Like, flipped, bro. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's flipping. Yeah, like, people flip, bro.
Yeah. They black out. People black out. They really black out. People
and the
really
weakest motherfuckers make sure that when they hit, you gonna feel it, because they know the average thing ain't gonna affect you. You see what I'm saying? It's like I tell dudes about their girlfriend, man. Be careful, because 9 times out of 10 she doesn't feel like she can win. Emotionally, she can't get you madder than you can get her off of some bullshit. Right. She can get you locked up. She can get you hurt. She can affect your money. Those are the things that they know you gonna cry about. She can fuck your homie. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
They know you'll be a barbecue bitch.
They tell you that.
Baby back bitch over there.
they know how to hurt you.
Yeah.
They know how to hurt you.
Stop playing them games. Yeah. Because your hurt and her hurt, at some point it's gonna balance out.
It's gonna balance out.
And you ain't gonna like it.
And she might get up one for real.
Yeah, it's gonna take you longer to get over it. Because once she get her revenge, she gonna suck it like a dick.
Yeah.
She cool.
Yeah. She good. And then he gonna just be hurt forever in the day.
And they upgrade on your nut ass. You go to a high class bar next week and book a good one. You be in the Chevy. She won't no more.
People just got, at the end of the day, you gotta treat people the way you want to be treated, man. On all levels.
Such is life. Such is life. But it's funny, when you're young, you're young, you're selfish, right? But a lot of selfishness comes from lack of wisdom and understanding and things of the sort, right? Like, knowing that everything affects everybody, which some people don't believe. Some people think everything is individual. But I believe if we keep speaking about what the universe provides, it provides what we give it, right? Right. It don't just, the energies don't come out of anywhere. Energy never dies. So if the universe is what we counting on instead of, or religion, right? Right. Then why not understand the fact that you could really do something to somebody and wake up the next day and not only regret it, feel horrible enough that it affects you for the next 10 to 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Because of what they did. You didn't even do, maybe you cut somebody out and they was having that bad a day, they shot the bus up.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
But now you seeing the names of people that was affected by somebody that you affected.
Yup. Nobody never think of it like that. Everybody thinks like the stuff we witnessed going on in the world, like they're exempt and they don't realize the part they play in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's even just telling somebody good morning.
Absolutely.
God bless you.
Absolutely.
Wish you the best. Hope the best for you. Like that the same way you tell someone, F out of here. Go F yourself. You know, like the words and the approach to different people all has some type of effect. So my thing, even with it,
Spells are words. Words are spells.
when you do something and you curse somebody out or affect them in that way,
Mm-hmm.
like what is going through your mind? What are you trying to achieve? It's not like you're trying to achieve or y'all having a debate and you trying to show them right. No, your objective is to disrespect, degrade, downplay this person, tear them down, cause friction in their life. So even,
Which are always that you think elevates you.
but even how I come to think, even when I run into people like that, like when I ask people why are they angry, when I see somebody that's just tearing at me, just to try to big themselves up, I let them get their thing off. You know, get your thing
Your
off.
pride don't lie there.
Once you done, how do it make you feel? Because I'm not gonna let it push my buttons. You're not gonna control me in that way because you only came to do this to get a certain reaction out of me. So then you can do whatever is the next step in your mind. Because you done played out the scenario in your mind. Yeah, I'm going to confront him and say this or that, and this. Then if he says this in return, I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I think for that split second it don't react how you want me to react, how you going to react?
But see, we think that it make you a sucker not to react, right? Wisdom tells you that if you let somebody dictate how you act all the time, you the real sucker.
Yeah, that's weak.
You
That's
the real
very
sucker.
weak.
If every time somebody do something, you going to fly off the hinges, they control you.
Mm-hmm.
So now you they bitch, and you don't even realize
Yep, I know how to get this person every time. I know how to get this person. I know
it.
how
You've
to get
already laid it down. They know the reaction. They clearly are putting themselves in a position to get the reaction.
And then these people that's out here catching wreck in the street don't realize sometimes that's a trap a person set for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I know how to get him riled up because he the biggest, toughest on this block. So if I come through, he don't like certain thing. I come through loud or I come through and I post and I stand up there, somebody gonna give him a call, then he gonna fly down to this street. As soon as he come down there looking, he don't realize the track gonna be there and he gonna play all out. Like, it's not worth it. You gotta think it through. It's not.
I had youngins in West Philly that lived 5 blocks from each other. And they used to go to each other corner stores and poppy stores and literally tell niggas, tell him I was out here.
Mm-hmm.
Where you at?
But for what purpose though?
Line. Hook,
Line
line,
and sinker.
sink.
Yup, and because they come running.
More comments. Let's see. Y'all speaking big facts, though. Treat people how you want to be treated. You never know the state of mind of another. Life is scary, and that's absolutely correct. Shout out to Wanisha. She on it tonight,
She
man.
on it.
She on it. Like, you just summed all that up perfectly.
Yeah,
But it's a real thing, like, and people don't realize moments matter, right?
Yep.
How many people do you see will go publicly on a social media platform and say, don't speak to me in the morning on a Monday, or don't expect me to say good morning to you if I ain't had my coffee yet?
Yeah.
You go in your workplace burdening people. I gotta walk on eggshells because you didn't get your life right before you came, because you hit the snooze button 15 times instead of getting the fuck out of bed.
Some
like,
people.
that's amazing, yo. And I gotta see you a majority of my week, you weirdo. I'm supposed to act different after lunch, right? After lunch, we could be cool.
I find humor in all of it, man. They get mad at me because I laugh at it all.
Bro,
I make light of all of it.
Everybody.
Yeah, make light. Come on, man. Don't be so.
Everybody.
If we above ground walking, it ain't that bad, man.
And I keep it real, man. I've done custodial work before. So the custodians in my buildings be fucking with me because I don't treat them no different than y'all. I probably treat them better than y'all. I've been them. I ain't never been in your position up there.
Nope.
But you know what I've been? I've
Down
been
there.
that.
Right, we started from there.
I walked in the office building and had to be humble myself when I knew I was getting money outside. You see what I'm saying? Because I was on probation, but I've done it. So, like, that's not something you just do and you don't think, like, first of all, you're the reason the building moves.
Right.
But you get the least amount of respect.
The janitor, yep.
I wound up in a position where the black men that worked in the office building, they wouldn't even let me dump their trash can in my trash can. You see what I'm saying? No, I got it, brother. yo, did you get the paper? Did you get the magazine? You want to read this? Yo, you know I can get you a job doing what we do. Like, it was like that for me in there. So that was fly. But that wasn't the whole office.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Knowing that I make more a year, even though I'm risking my freedom, than all you motherfuckers. Once you push that trash can around or that mop bucket around,
Yeah.
I don't do that to people.
Right.
Would never. Because you know why? I got my man hired as a custodian. He was knocking off the little chick in the bathroom that y'all wanted in the office. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we play the game.
Yeah.
So just treat people decent.
Better. You never know. People never know who is who and what's what, man.
Let me do a real quick shout out to the foundation situation, because once again I got the hoodie on. And I might as well promote myself. Shout out to the foundation mixtape that Vu put together. You know Vu?
No.
Gotta introduce you to Vu.
Okay.
Good uptown brother. I'm talking about, you know, I get in the car, I'm riding, and I'm listening to it, and I'm 12 songs deep, and I'm like, this joint probably wrap up soon. And then I'm still listening, and everything is fire. Like, I'm going through vibes and energies and dudes I never heard. I'm like, this shit dope. And then I get to like the 23rd song, and I check my Spotify to see if it like switched to another playlist or some shit. You know how you do you in the middle of your joint.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, this vibe on here too. So shout out to everybody that was part of the foundation. I think that it's a great body of work. I think everybody came with some dope original shit. Even people that did covers, they made it their own in a real way. And I hosted that motherfucker. You see, it says hosted by me.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
So this is the first piece of merch that came out, the hoodie. Had to grab me one at the listening party. We're actually editing the behind the scenes from the listening party right now. And
Fear. I see that.
yeah,
That's Fear from the city, right?
it's two different fears.
Okay.
There's Fear Vu, and then there's Fear Entertainment.
Okay.
It's two different people.
Fear Entertainment. Okay.
Fear.
No. So there's F.E.A.R. fear,
Right.
and then there's Vu fear.
Okay.
Right. F.E.A.R. And mind you, they're both our people.
Right.
So
They're both actors.
yeah, but salute to, yeah, they both are acting us. But like I said, hosted it, got to get my DJ Clue on, talk some shit, and it's crazy because like it's bars on this shit, bro. Niggas is rapping, bro. It's like Jid and Big Sean and J. Cole and
Oh
everybody.
yeah, I gotta check that
Like,
out.
bro, it gets crazy on some of these songs. And then it's some like smoking records. I got a party clubbish silly record on it. Like, it's vibes on it,
Okay.
bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to Flavors. If you check it out, I'm on Flavors. I'm like number 5 or 6 or some shit like that. But I describe what I want. I'm just saying. But no, shout out to the everybody that's part of the foundation. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell y'all why I keep wearing this goddamn hoodie. Proud of this shit. You see what I'm saying?
Congratulations. You should be. You hosted that thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, one thing about Vu, he keeps me a part of a damn near everything he has going on. If there's a part I can play, then me and Kay get in there and we run the play with him, and it's usually something that's quality and worthwhile, and I'm proud to be a part of. So, you know, that's the beauty of what I do.
Right.
I'm in a blessed position to be a part of y'all dope shit. You see what I'm saying? Like the same way you hit me when you got the thing going.
Yeah, I gotta come see my man.
It's like,
man.
bro, do you know that like that's love? That's, you know what I mean? That's a real thing to me. Like, I appreciate being thought of. You know every fucking body.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know every fucking body. You know Lil Durk. Like, you know every
Yeah,
fucking body,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit. But what you got up there? ACEBOYS stand on business. Oh yeah. We can't pull the video up though, can we? Maybe I could pull up the All right, so this is what happens, right? I watch these live streams from the West Coast all the time. And they're a bunch of former employees of No Jumper.
Okay.
All the guys that left together from No Jumper when Adam 22 started doing the weird shit.
Okay.
Right? So there's ACEBOYS and Community on there. These are a bunch of certified Crips, Compton AD, Pun the producer, all of them, right? Big motherfuckers. So on No Jumper platform, one of the hosts, guest hosts, one of the regulars on there has said some shit about them, right? which is ultimately like the last type of dudes you want to say something crazy about, right?
Right.
So they caught him at a Sexy Red concert, and I was trying to find a video so I could play the audio, but ultimately he tucked his tail and made his way into the arena, and they was standing on business. But I'm gonna cut that segment short because she's here. She made it. I just sent her the address 7 minutes ago because I didn't see when she asked for it.
No, I literally just told her I was up the street 3 blocks.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
I know it's Aramingo.
All right, cool. So
And
you
I was
don't
just,
tell,
like,
don't
walking
give
around.
up the bet location, man.
Oh, right.
Right.
Schmingo.
Nigga, it's too late. Nah, this is my guy, Authentic
I'm
Bars.
Maur. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Oh my god, you're so warm. Actually.
Don't come in flirting with my
I'm
guy.
just saying.
don't walk in and just start flirting. Look, Twiggy don't even shut up. Twiggy don't even like that shit. She said she just walking right on it.
I'm like, I feel like I'm like a healing person, and they're always like, oh, your healing hands are warm, and my hands are always like icebergs. I'm like, fuck.
Your hands are the opposite of your spirit.
Literally, I'm like, hello, are these things on?
All right, so this is the homie from Love and Then What podcast. Episode actually just dropped recently and got a great reception, good responses.
I was peeping that too.
Yeah.
I was like, I should put my titties on some cover art. I just show up like a boy all the time and wonder why.
I need an album cover.
You know, it's,
I need an album cover.
I find good photos.
you know, we
like,
fight for thumbnails. Thumbnails is our business. You know what I'm saying?
She's working.
She done put some pictures of some people up. I'm like, she look like that? I just talked to her. She ain't look like that.
No.
But no,
I know. I looked at the flyer that he sent me when it was like going live at
7.
7. Yeah. And I was like, and my friend was like, on FaceTime, I was like, oh my god, look at the flyer. I was like, she's so cute. Because, like, when I get ready, I'm like, it's like a different person. But then, and then he's like, wait, you're going over there looking like that? And you are on the flyer like that? I'm like, get you a girl that could do both, okay? It's important.
I hate y'all. Get me someone that can wear a shoe and a sneaker. Not really difficult. Anyway, especially if I buy both. A shoe will be crazy, a sneaker's gonna be crazy. And that's kind of what you do when you deal with me. I'm like Kanye, I be constantly, she needs this, she needs that. Yeah.
Oh, period.
Yeah, but within your style.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, that's like personal style. I feel like you can go. Sometimes you could wear a heel with a t-shirt and it'd be like a thing.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you
could
could just
wear,
wear
like,
my dress shirt.
I feel like it's like the energy you
You
bring
could just
with
wear
it,
an
too.
authentic dress shirt with some
Yeah.
heels, and
it's
that's
like,
an outfit.
Serve.
Y'all
Okay.
put belts around shit for no reason, and that's a light.
That's a whole outfit.
It's a
But
dress
I feel
now.
like it's like a genre too. Like when you get like my guy friends will always be like, dude, you're always like dressed, but you're always in sweatpants, and I'm like, well, because it's like the intentionality of like picking what I'm wearing
Because
and then
I don't-
wearing it.
Well, you don't buy cheap sweatpants just because they're sweatpants. You buy sweats that you like.
Right.
So there is flavor in that.
Yeah.
It's not just the gray Walmart joints. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? With the white string in them.
Right.
Like,
well,
I'm
yeah,
looking now,
unless
it
that
says
fits
Weekend
you.
Collective. This is
Yeah,
very subtle.
These are ASOS, but these are like my
But
favorite ever. And,
Look
like,
at the strings.
Yeah.
Look at, like, all of
These
this
have
is
the strings on
intentional.
them. But,
I
you
got
know.
that problem too. I got a lot of sweatsuits. I get that problem too.
Yeah, I'm like, that's bleach from doing hair, but you know.
Yeah, I run into that. But like I was saying, this is Authentic Bars.
Okay, so what do you do? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm like, authentic. He's already got me. He has warm hands. So,
Told you she came in flirting with my guy. But nah, go ahead, run it down for him,
I
man.
do a lot. We got a show coming up Saturday, December 16th with Hot 97 DJ Drewski.
oh, cool.
You can come if you want. If you're
Where
free
is
that
it?
night. 60. What's the address? 6024 Collar Hill, West Philadelphia.
Okay, it's in Philly.
Yeah, it's in Philly. It's gonna be a nice turnout from 7 to 11. I do a lot: movies, music, film, you name it, business.
He had a pop-up shop a year ago selling motherfucking
Whole
products.
soap store.
Whole
store. I had a
Dove
website
store.
in the store. Yep, I had that. I do a lot. I do
That's what
a
people
lot.
will be like, what do you do? I'm like, the most.
I do it. Yeah,
or
right,
my
right,
best.
right.
Those are the two answers.
I get
I
weird
feel
making a
that.
list because it's like I'm going to forget something.
Yeah, right. That's why it's like you gotta
Yeah.
think. I think I need to
That's
walk.
why-
I need to have a piece of paper walking around with me with everything.
I be like, I'm in
Reference.
entertainment.
It's like you're in the museum and you just have like the wall like art
The directory.
description.
yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta have it, and then keep adding stuff on as you go.
Yeah, it's weird because you wind up. Sometimes you work so much that you don't realize that now you qualify for certain shit.
Right.
Like at one point, I ran a stage and was like, oh shit, I know how to stage manage now.
Right.
Like you don't even realize that
Yeah,
that's
you just
another,
doing it.
that's different than hosting. That's stage managing.
Yeah.
Right.
You see
but
what I'm
that's
saying?
also like the entrepreneur spirit. I feel like it's just you just do like if you don't know how to do it, you're gonna figure
You
out
learn how to
do
do it. You learn how to do it.
We was just talking about him because I said he go through highs, lows, and in betweens, and his brain never. Every time he pops back up and calls me, even if he's in a bad mood, he got something cooking.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I don't
Something
mean a bad
going on.
mood, but
Something
like
going
even if life isn't
Just
going
like,
his
yeah,
way
like,
at the
shit's
moment,
not adding up. You're just
because
like,
he
it's
always
fine.
greets me. He always gives me good energy, but I know when he's not where he wants to be emotionally or
Right.
whatever have you. But he still be talking about opportunity the whole time.
Yeah,
like
figure
bro,
something.
I'm working on something. I'm gonna get with you soon. I'm like, bro, are you okay?
Right. Right.
He's
right.
like, I'm gonna be fine.
I just gotta
New
figure it
to
out.
Yeah,
I just
that's
gotta
it.
figure it out.
That's
Well, that's
all.
why I always
That's
say, like,
authentic.
Yeah, I'm always like the only way out is through. So
Right,
it's just
right,
like
exactly.
it is like
Yeah.
it just is.
You
So
can't.
who are
just-
you, and what do you do?
I'm actually grieving today. That's why we're all black. So I totally get what you guys are saying in the sense of like your highs and
Just
your
how
lows.
you feel.
Yeah.
You
Well,
should-
I never wear. I like I'm a colorful girly.
We
So
we see.
black is like I'm either working or I'm hosting an imaginary.
So we shouldn't
funeral.
talk to you. You got
No, you
black on.
can.
We should just ignore you.
You can. I'm like I have to have a funeral for like me continuing to allow what the fuck energy around me.
Mm.
Like confusion is very much around me right now, and I need to like kill that.
And
So
you
that's
gonna have a
what
funeral
this is
for it.
my.
So you
Today's
need
a full moon, and I was like, perfect. I will feel. I've been crying all day, so that's why when I looked at the picture, I was like, that doesn't. I'm going over there with no makeup, but I came here with no makeup last time, so I didn't feel as bad. But I'm like, I've just
We
been
haven't
in my
noticed.
bag all day.
Yeah.
I know. Well, girls know. Like you know, I'm on chill mode right now. Yeah.
All I'm thinking is they can't see your eyes.
Right. Perfect, because they're like a little bit swollen. I legit just was a crybaby today, but that's what I needed, so that's what I did.
Well, I'm glad you got it out,
Yes, thank you.
at least for the moment, because we was just talking about motherfuckers don't know how to handle shit, where to place things, and you don't know what you're dealing with if somebody is harboring something and you trigger it. You see what I'm
That,
saying?
and
Like
also,
we
like,
don't want to run around and on
It's
minds.
just like feel the feelings, so then they can go. You know what I mean?
They say you gotta feel your feels.
Like I feel like a lot of times, like the problem is people aren't like creating space to like feel their feelings, and then they just keep carrying them everywhere. It's like if you just let them go, like let them express themselves in whatever way they want to do that, then you won't have that like harbored in you.
So you gotta wait about a month before you can do his album cover because we don't want you to wear all black on the album cover.
Oh, I would never wear all black on the album cover.
I don't
Just a
forget
party
shit.
flyer for work.
Just a party flyer for work. Fuck with your energy always. But you had, other than that though, everything is decent.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in one of those things where it's just like one of the lows. It's just like it's inevitable. You can't have highs without having lows, or you wouldn't recognize them as highs.
This is a theme to this show. Y'all are telling people how to deal with stress, anxiety,
Life. How to
community,
deal with
and all
life.
that. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So that's like right now I'm just like I feel like I'm in a breakdown mode, and I was just on the reason I'm late is because I was on another podcast and we were it was like very
She's famous, by the way.
Oh yeah.
She done went viral about 20 times this year, bro.
I gotta follow.
She a whole animal, bro.
I love you. You're hilarious. I'm like, so we were just.
She hasn't
on.
denied any of it.
I'm just because I don't want to deny it. Like I want that for me. I don't feel that
You
way.
killing shit.
I don't feel that way, but I love you for saying that. And
We
I
don't
feel
realize
like,
it. You don't realize how many people cannot do what you do. How many people never stand in front of a crowd of people and have full attention of the crowd?
Right. No, I know.
And I mean from 20 people to 2,000.
Well, and like that's the thing is like I'm not gonna sit here. I would like you saying that to me. It's like such a nice compliment, and I'm just like trying to be in this like receiving mode of that, and like I feel like I like fight things all the time
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of like, you know when people are like, oh, you're rich. Like, if you get, like, the family size bag of chips instead of, like, a small bag of chips, and you're like, oh, you're rich. And people be like, no, I'm not. It's like, why? Like, yes, I am. And I got the family size.
Yeah,
What about
don't
it?
fight that shit, live in that shit, man.
Like, so when you're like, you know, she's famous, I'm like, did you hear what he said? And I'm just like, yes, because, like, that is, like, the goal eventually is to just, like, be known and help people through, like, just me learning myself. And since I don't care to share, like, instead of that being a bad thing, I'm like, I don't care to share. Like, I'll tell you all of the dumb
You
shit.
came on here and went straight through everything.
Yeah, like, I'm like, what's up? Like, you have questions? How can I help you? This is what I learned, and these are the things that sucked, and, like, these are the things that I got from the sucky things, and these are, like, the gems. You know what I mean?
This is what the Love and Then What latest episode of the podcast is like, except we had her co-host, which is a white gentleman. That's my guy. But it was her doing this, me making white jokes, and us teaming up on him. The whole episode. It's phenomenal. I gotta promote the episode. That shit is funny as shit, yo.
No, it was. His heart rate started going up when I started
On his
talking.
watch, not mine. Her
Oh, on his watch?
He said I just
He
started.
said it always happens. I said, you never told me that.
He
That's
said I just got this
fire."
watch, and ever since I got this watch, every time you talk, my heart rate goes up.
Like, I
Out of
give
anger.
increased blood pressure and heart rate. You know.
Okay.
That was her caption.
Uh-oh.
That was her caption. This is what happens when you deal with me.
Increase heart. Okay. That's a disclaimer. You gotta make that a disclaimer.
Yeah, man.
Will increase
Somebody
heart
gonna
rate.
sue her ass, right?
Hey.
McDonald's got sued because the coffee was hot. You better be careful.
No, it's funny because Justin and I are literally like polar opposites, and obviously he's like having the babies like soon, and so we've
had
just.
it. Whatever.
Did he just have it?
I think so.
Are you freaking kidding?
When I sent him your episode, he was in the hospital. You need to call him.
Oh my god! Yeah, so we've been.
So that happened.
we've just been like MIA.
He was like, I'm a share it, but right now I'm in the
Oh my god. Yes.
I'm glad I knew that and you didn't.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy that she didn't know that, right?
Yeah, that's your co-host.
Yeah.
That's a little wild. That's a little wild one right there.
That is. But like we just been on like this like different like we just go at it sometimes. And so I've just been already like mentally going through my own stuff. So I've just been like hibernating in a sense. Like I just go on hikes by myself. I go to work. I go to the gym, and I just be by myself right now.
You live in Philadelphia. Where the fuck are you hiking at?
I like to go up to Penny Park or Pennypack,
Okay.
and I also
about to
like
say-
to go down to Wissahickon.
What's that?
I was at Pennypack the other day, and I'm like walking, and I go into like full La La Land because I have a pit bull. So like,
Oh, you like dogs too?
yeah, he's my best friend. He's my bestie, so he goes with me on these hikes. He's like a 7
You need to leave.
No, he's a blue nurse.
Okay.
Yeah, he's so cute. But so I'm like, all right, I have the dog with me. Like,
Because I got high.
whatever.
Because I got high. Because I got high.
You know, and this guy like stops me. I'm in Pennypack. Everyone kept being like, "What trail are you on?" I'm like, "Bitch, it doesn't matter." But
I'm floating.
this guy stops me and he's like, there's this man who has been attacking females on this trail for the past 3 days.
Wow.
Or two or 3 days. He's like, yesterday he attacked 2 females, and today, at this point, it's like 1:30, and I'm like, and he's like, today he attacked 1, and he's walking around with a German Shepherd and a machete and a green mountain bike. And I'm like, sir, it is 1:30. Like, it is snack time for the afternoon. What do you mean he attacked someone this morning?
With a machete and a fucking dog.
And why is no one else talking about
Yeah,
this?
where the law at?
I'm like,
what's going
on
on?
my story, like, telling this story.
It has
I'm
been going
like,
on for 3 days.
yeah, I'm like, hello? And then I'm like, the next slide was Google, like, what is a machete? I was like, friendly reminder of what a machete is in case anyone doesn't remember.
I was about to say,
but
you
like,
didn't
this
know?
guy is no, I knew.
You
but
walking
I'm
around
like,
with a sword.
Yeah,
A
literally.
butcher
like
sword.
he's supposed to be in safari or somewhere.
Right.
Butcher
hacking
sword.
stuff
I'm
down
I
with them.
see motherfuckers clean shrubbery with them in one.
But that's
Yes.
But the crazy part is that's
know
not the
Jamaicans.
only thing I heard of that. Like I actually seen somebody out in the regular neighborhood with a machete on their hip. Like it's like a normal thing now, I guess. Walk around with some type of
Well, no, there's like so then I'm
yeah,
like, then I'm,
like
What
really.
just happened?
then
He
I'm
really,
deep in
he
a Google
really.
then I'm deep in a Google hole about machetes, and there's like no regulations on machetes.
Yeah, it's
so
not-
like
yeah.
you can walk around with a machete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can go buy one
You
from
can't
just
even
a
have a pocket knife. Half
but
the
a machete
time.
is a tool.
yeah, it's a tool.
It's
So-
a tool.
It's not really supposed
See,
to be
like the
work.
knife rule is bigger than your palm and all of that shit,
the
right?
usage of
A
machete,
machete is not considered a knife; it's considered a tool.
a tool for
in
shrubbery.
the law sense.
Yeah. Clearing shrubbery, landscaping, all that. That's what they. That's what a
machetes
machete
were
is
made
for.
Not
It's
for-
like an axe.
not for the gruesome
It's
shit
like an
that we
axe.
see in movies.
I'm
Yeah,
like-
it's like an axe, basically.
Yeah, so
It's a
basically
long axe.
nothing
You
would
can
happen
clear in
even
front
if
of
he
you.
is walking around with a machete.
If you walking
Pretty
through
much,
shrubbery and you could clear in front of
Okay,
you like
cool.
this,
Yeah.
you know how.
I know. I've seen it in the movies. That's why I'm like, hello, he has a machete. Like,
When your pit bull don't like on German shepherds, like is it scared
well, and
of
that's the
German
other
shepherds?
thing. I'm like kind of looking at my dog. Like, I don't know.
I don't
want
want to protect you, bitch.
Yeah, I feel like I have to.
Oh, you
I
gonna protect the
feel-
dog? I'm done.
I don't want
I
no
have
dog
to.
I gotta protect. That's why that one is a motherfucker.
That's
But,
like he's such a baby. Like I did it. Like it's like me in dog form. Like if I was a dog, I would probably express myself the same way. Like he just
Oh, then
wants
y'all was
attention.
about to get y'all ass whooped.
Oh yeah, he wants affection and attention, and he wants to sleep.
He'd have went to go cuddle, and that German Shepherd would have whooped his ass.
Right. So, but it was funny because like I was walking and then like I saw this guy with the German Shepherd and I'm like, I will fuck you up. Like, don't come near me.
Now she need no brown.
Now everybody with a German Shepherd is a suspect.
Then like this other guy.
Like the
drives
white
by.
van. White van theory is
Well,
just
that's what
is
I'm
on the dog
saying.
trail. It's the same shit.
Well, then I saw the guy's like, you know, he's on a green mountain bike. That's what he said. And
Can you
so
give me a
then
beer, please?
it's like this guy on a mountain bike and he's got green pants and I'm like, I'll fuck you up too.
But he's not on a green mountain bike though. See what I'm saying? Now she's meshing things.
Can I just have my water bottle?
This
You
is
are
how
an angel.
this is how people get profiled
Thank you.
all the time.
Yeah.
But,
thank you.
I got an idea.
What?
You ask her a question.
Any
Based on
question.
what you just learned
Not
about
me
her.
getting nervous. I can feel my ears like on fire. I'm like,
Based on what you just heard about, what intrigues you or what did you want to know?
How long have you had a podcast? What made you start a podcast?
Thank
okay, so I have a podcast that has been just idle, and I started that 3 years ago. But there's probably like 12 or 13 episodes on it. It's like on Spotify. And then when I moved back to Philly, I lived in LA for a while, and then when I moved back to Philly, I have a brand. It's called Fairy Garden. It's called Fairy Garden Mindset. It's like,
Dig the hat.
yeah, it's like past doesn't equal future. Like you're the creator of your reality. Like thoughts become things. Like impossible isn't real. Like, keep your heart open and your mind open.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, so it's like that kind of vibe. It's like I'm into it. I'm like, oh, I know you are.
No, that's his vibe.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
what I'm-
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
We was
Yeah,
talking
like,
before you got
when
here.
you're
That's why
saying,
you.
Yeah,
like,
nothing is
I was like,
impossible. Nothing is possible. We limit ourselves. Yeah, right.
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 So, Justin had me on to talk about Fairy Garden. So it's Justin's podcast that I've been on for
Love
the
and
past
Then What
year and a
podcast?
half. Yeah, the Love and Then What
I
podcast.
got all their merch over there.
Um,
Shot glasses, sleeves, all that shit is over there.
Okay.
You see them two shot glasses in the front?
Oh yeah, the
You
heartbreaking
see that
ones.
black sleeve in front of the magazine?
Okay. I see
That's
it.
they shit. That's y'all shit. That's y'all
Yeah.
original merch.
Yeah, so Justin has had it, I think, for like almost 3 years.
Yeah, I was on it a couple years ago.
So it was originally, it's transitioned in the sense of hosts,
Mhm.
but when I came on as a guest, it was Justin, who I was on this with, and then this guy Theo.
My guy.
Yeah, I love Theo.
Love Theo.
So-
he on the West Coast now. They made the opposite transition.
Yeah,
straight
he
up.
moved to LA and now I'm here. But when I had my episode, they were like, you know, we all were like kikiing the whole time. Like it was just, but they're like, I'm very not here. Like I'm like up there somewhere. and they are all very like realistic and like
We're gonna have a fun good time.
Whereas they'll be like, prepare for the worst. And I'm like, okay, but what does the best look like? You know, like.
Right.
So,
You're optimistic more.
Yeah. So it's a funny dynamic. But they didn't have a girl, and so the next week Theo couldn't go like to record this one episode, and Justin called me like last minute, so I went, and then he's like, "Oh, can you come back next week?" Big hair.
She didn't shower.
Yeah, just legit.
She didn't shower.
Ran home.
I'm just telling you,
changed
she
my
didn't
clothes.
shower.
Sometimes you don't have the time. You just have to make the things happen. And also, if you're that close to me, like, get away from me a little bit.
You see
Give me
how
some
close
space.
we are right now?
Yeah, but I feel like even if I wouldn't come here and stink. I knew what the podcast studio looked like. I had space.
Defend yourself, girl. Get your shit off.
So I do that episode, and then like he's like, can you come back next week? And then I went back next week, and then they were like, yeah, we need a girl. Like, can you just come back every week? And I was like, yeah, sure. So that's how I got on it. It's been like a year and a half now. But it's really Justin's podcast.
2 points. One, he asked you why'd you start a podcast. You told him what podcast you started. Two, when I used to go on his platform, y'all see Safir, the homie, Saf.
Yeah.
He used to always ask me what it's like to have a female co-host and how my girlfriend feels about it. You see what I'm saying? So he always was interested in finding a female that could, I guess, keep the energy or keep up or that he meshed with. You know what I mean? Because any female won't do when we have to do this on a regular basis. That's not how it works.
Right.
I would have never picked her for that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you ain't cute enough to do this every week. We got to do this for real.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that you was like, he found what he was looking for when he saw you.
Yeah. So I would just be on there all the time. We've done it every week basically for the past year and a half.
Okay.
But so now he apparently just had a baby. It's crazy. It's really bad, John.
I'll show you the message. I didn't make that up.
Oh, I fully believe you, and it makes sense. The timeline makes sense.
You ain't
I'm
talked to
pretty
him
sure
since.
it was November. So, no, not really. We were supposed to go on a podcast a couple weeks ago. We were supposed to go and talk heavy. But I've just been
Shout out to my guy Slice.
Because, it's his. He pays for everything. I'm not. He tells me where to go and what time to be there. And I'm probably 10 minutes late. And I'm still there. And I'm giggly. And
so you like to do it, basically.
Yeah. And we just have very different views of he's just fuck this, fuck that. I'm like, why?
To describe your relationship with somebody like that is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
It literally is what it is. And that's why when he was sitting here and his legit blood pressure was raising, I was like, damn. I'm the reason that he thinks you can have girlfriends without wanting to fuck your girlfriends. He's
girlfriends. He didn't know that.
Yeah, he's like...
You know how many badass homegirls I got?
I'm
and
sure.
I ain't never touched them?
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Well,
and I'm going to do you one better. Leave one, gain 3. Anyway.
Leave one, gain 3. See, I don't know.
You ain't got to touch her. You can hit her cousin, her best friend.
Hey,
she going to talk about you all the fucking
you ain't
time.
Gotta hit
You
none.
the bestie.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. You ain't got to hit none of them. Just listen. Be present or be in the presence or be on their mind or be.
I like that better.
Yeah, you just I
like
let
that
them,
better.
Let
That's
them,
some sensei
let
shit.
them, let them
That's
exist.
sensei level.
Let them exist with you on their mind and all that, and you ain't never got to touch nobody.
Well, you guess what? I'm gonna want to touch somebody eventually.
Well,
I choose.
No, but that's what.
Not really.
No, but that's the thing.
It's like
never
if you're
thirst.
gonna touch a homegirl,
Being thirsty ain't play it.
Yeah.
No, well, you can't go into a thirst. To decide to touch a homegirl is a crazy decision.
Yeah, because you're gonna mess
I
up
gotta
a lot.
wipe out all the rest
up
of
a lot
for a while.
So much is on the line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she gonna talk.
Y'all ain't gonna be cool no more in about 2-3 months.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about the homegirl of the homegirl. You're talking about your homegirl.
Oh no, I'm talking about your
I went
friend.
left, you went right. My bad.
You deciding to
I'm back on track.
Your friend is a crazy thing.
No, it's weird to me. If it wasn't,
I think it's amazing. I think that more people should touch their.
You
homegirls.
Angelina Jolie.
Why? What do you mean?
She said she fucked all her homeboys.
Well, I just feel like if I know you, like I've never dated
you
someone.
You ain't know that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Says you fucked all her male friends.
If I like fuck with you for a long period of time, and then like I know who you are, like I know your heart,
Now there's
like,
weight
I
on it,
know
though.
your spirit and stuff. So then to open that like physical boundary,
Means I gotta kind of try to keep you.
yeah, I mean that's like you're deciding to like, in my opinion, like what are we doing?
But see, what happens usually from somebody that has a lot of female friends, when that's the homegirl, you know too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know way too much.
And
I mean,
9
but
times
they
out
know
of
a
10,
lot
they know a
too.
lot too about you.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Exactly.
But
So-
that's like if you're in
No,
like,
I
a
wasn't saying
conscious
this one way. I'm just saying
partnership.
from my perspective
Yeah.
of like why sometimes it's just better to keep her as a homegirl.
Yep.
And another thing is,
Yep.
I really attract as friends very intelligent women
Yeah.
like Safia. You see what I'm saying? And I can do more in business than I can do in bed with them.
Get more done. Way more.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean,
you know how
this
many
is a
business
crazy
ventures
topic for me right
for
now.
the last
but I'll
20
tell you guys
years, I have
after,
called
but-
this young lady for about 80 different types of things
Right.
that we've benefited in some kind of way from at least 50% to 60% of those things.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If,
No,
if not, we learned and we got a new badge.
No, yeah, literally, exactly. Well, that's what I keep saying. Like, I'm like, at least for research purposes. Like, I don't know. Like, it could go either way.
But
I've never
that's more
dated a
valuable to
friend.
me. That's more valuable to me.
I feel like I've had shitty relationship experiences, but I've never dated someone who I have prior knowledge and like rapport with. Like, I think that would be a beneficial, like dating a friend would be a good thing in a sense.
I think that like shit, we grown. I think when you get to a certain stage and you run back into somebody that's thorough that you vibe with and all of that shit, and it's like I knew this person then, and I still fuck with who they become. That's a thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think what's hard to maintain, and especially in the inner city and in our community more times than not, because this is the difference, right? When I was hanging around my white homies, right? The guy's girlfriend that was they homie used to mess with him, hooked up with him, had a thing with him, and nobody gave a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But when you run into that old thing and it's all of that, it's like it has to damn near be perfect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it's scary.
I mean, but scary's okay.
Scary is fine, but I don't want to walk through a mall and everybody that speaks to us fucked you. I don't want to be at my wedding and motherfuckers in the audience know what
sometimes
you look
that's
like
the
naked.
thing too with men. Like some men get out there too.
Absolutely, but when you're
That's why I try to not like pay attention to, like, I'm just like, that goes back to even this, like the concept of like past doesn't equal future. It's like just because someone did X, Y, and Z in the past, if you know they're actively doing the work and like they have,
But you're consistent in that.
yeah,
You're consistent in it. You see what I'm saying? That's your ideology from the gate and for
Right.
everything. And we don't even know how you got there. You might have got there for similar reasons.
right.
You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, we all know that men operate off of ego.
Mm-hmm.
Women operate off of emotion.
Right.
Men operate off of logic. Women operate off of emotion and then intelligence. You see what I'm saying? Like, these are the levels for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so certain things is just like, nothing is absolute. But there's certain things that I know I can't deal with. Right?
Right.
I know the first time that my female shows me a certain kind of energy that makes me feel a certain kind of way, I gotta get the fuck out of there.
You
Because
wouldn't just be like, hey, this made me feel like that?
no, I'm talking about a rage,
Okay. Oh, agreed.
right?
Yeah, like,
Because-
if you're like going, if your mindset goes to like, I know how a woman could get hit right now, basically.
I would go to jail.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if you take me there, I gotta get away from you.
I have to abscond.
100%.
I'm responsible for me.
100%.
She might say, "Well, you never loved me."
Well,
Well, guess what?
I'm fine.
I'm walking away.
Guess
Guess
what?
away because of that.
I'm
Because-
hurt,
No, I have a friend.
but I got to go.
I have a friend like that, and that's what he like. That he was like, I had to break up with her because I would get so like infuriated that I started to like understand like how a man could hit a woman, basically.
I've seen a lot of men break their hand because they hit the
Punching
wall.
that wall. Yep.
Like
Punching that wall.
I've only seen it over sports and women.
that is crazy.
Only.
Yeah, because that take you there. People take
Only
you
over
there.
sports and women have I seen that
Well,
happen.
it's just
To
interesting.
men that could really break a face.
But see,
You see
and
what I'm
it's
saying?
But that's where we
They
go
get
back
scared
to-
of themselves.
That's
in that
where
moment.
we go back to what we was talking about earlier. And people gotta not let people
Yes.
control them and push their buttons like that, because some women that you do deal with, they only do that because
They
they
get
know
off
they
on
can get
that.
they the only ones that can get away with that.
Or-
That's that unfair
or-
win we was talking about.
Right,
How she
so-
got to win on some shit that'll have you fucked up.
See what
Well,
I'm
that's
saying?
just like their old trauma that they didn't deal with, and like that's like
And
them-
coming out on the wrong person.
and it's just like that could be how they receive, like in maybe in their past or even with their parents, like for all we know, because that's really where everything kind of comes
Yep.
from.
Or like thereof, yeah, absolutely.
It's like maybe like they wouldn't get attention from their dad unless they had like a fucking
Unless they acted
tantrum.
out, right.
You know what I mean? So it's
Right,
like,
right. But
so-
they, and they take that
it's
as love though.
But well, they're kids. They
The
don't
reaction
know
is
any better.
attention.
So that, but yeah, they're still
The
getting.
reaction is still attention.
They're still
I know
getting,
a young boy that walked to the playground every day, fucked with every kid in the playground, got rolled on, got himself together, and went back down the playground and did the same shit. He didn't care what kind of attention he was getting. He was getting attention.
He was getting attention.
He was
yeah.
getting his ass whooped. He was getting attention.
Yeah, well, I think that it's just like that. If you, it doesn't matter like what the reason is or like why, you know, even if it was like, oh, my dad, like that's the only way I was able to get attention from my dad is if I had to really get like start going crazy, start
Or the
breaking
principal had
shit.
to call him.
Or like, but like, it's that person, it's that female's like obligation or like duty to herself in a sense to like
Talk
figure that out and like realize like, okay, that wasn't love and that isn't the only way that I'm able to get like attention or affection or whatever the case may be.
I can get better results doing better things.
But they have to do the work. And it's like not everybody wants to do that. And also some people just think that that's how it's meant to be. Like the dude that I was hooking up with, it's like he was coming out of such a toxic relationship. And it's just like that is a completely different like computer, like different program, different database, different coding. Like you're not going to be able to use that here. Like, you know
For
what
the
I
record,
mean?
she's drinking water.
Yes.
So, you are mourning a man right now.
Well, I always drink water.
No,
don't-
but the black is
Oh,
because
yeah.
of a man
Well,
right now.
no,
Because you
it's
didn't say that
because-
earlier.
It's not just because of a man. It's just the like.
You said
the
the goofy
tendency-
shit that I let. I remember.
I have a tendency to just like let mediocre shit exist
She's on the market, fellas.
for just like it existing. Does that like I'm like, oh, this is like kind of what I want, and it's like, but it's not what you want.
Mm.
So like typically I'll just still entertain that, but we're mourning the death of the version of me that keeps entertaining that. Like, no, I can't entertain like the medium
So,
and still receive
perfect.
the full.
How old are you?
29.
29. Do you become the girl that when she meets a guy, she gives him the list?
No, but I know I have things.
You know what girl I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the ones.
I'm
who-
such and
yeah,
such. I
yeah.
got such and such, such and such. I can't deal with you unless, or
Right,
what are
right.
your
The
intentions?
ultimatums and all that.
and like,
No,
bitch,
I'm,
we
like,
just. I
very-
bought you a shot.
You gotta take it.
Oh, well,
Your chicken fingers ain't even get here yet. What we doing?
I'm
Like, it get crazy at a
I
certain
have
age.
a list in my head, but it's not like a list of things per se. It's more of like,
Energies.
yeah, like
I
it's
think-
like I need expansion. I need like support and encouragement.
You need to be
and-
inspired.
Yeah, like
My
I'm
thing
not
is,
doing,
don't lead with a list because a list is easy to check off.
Well, you know
I
what's
can
funny?
tell you yes to everything on your fucking list.
yeah.
Until I
Right.
get what I want.
Well, and that's the other thing. It's like, you know, the words are saying this stuff, and the action and the energy.
We
is
could
not
eat 5-star
saying the
for a
same
month.
thing.
So I get the pussy.
Yeah, you
Then
gotta
I could
see.
ghost you.
You gotta.
Like, you could literally say, yo, I only go places that such. Oh, we could do that. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Women-
like if you,
motherfuckers
well,
don't
that's
work.
if you want the pussy that bad.
No, what you don't understand is men are hunters and conquerors. And you know that.
I hate when I forget.
You know that. So it's like you could if you make the stage, like if the game is so easy that you tell me how to beat it when I first start talking to you.
Yeah.
What do you expect to get besides headache after headache after headache?
Yeah,
and you said you don't do
right?
that, so this is not towards her.
Well,
for anybody that's confused.
It's funny
you
though.
said you don't do that.
But every morning I write a list of me.
I like that.
Before I put my feet on the floor, I have a little journal that I keep next to my bed.
You are so organized with your energy. It's fucking astounding.
and
I'm taking notes, bro.
I literally write like probably about 20 IMs every day, and they're similar to the ones from the day before, but usually it's like it's funny because I actually worked at a barbershop in University City. It was like an all black barbershop, and then there was me just bopping around the freaking barbershop all the time. Yes, blonde hair. They're like, this bitch. Like, because I'm just like, dee-dee-dee. They're like, you're so Joe. I'm like, so what? I love it here.
I love it here. It's amazing.
But like, I would just bop around, and I learned so much there from the guys because they would be like, I remember specifically this one time, there was this mom who brought her son in, and it's like, you know, it's shop talk, like you know the vibe in there. And so this lady's on a rant about like why she's a prize, yada yada, like I'm a fucking prize, like da 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 da. And
she did that in a barbershop?
Yes, the wrong one too, because I'm like, these men are
they
gonna
all
get you.
if it's black and they all the wrong
they're
one.
gonna get you, bro. And so, you know, they're like, well, what makes you a prize? They ask her. Like on the spot, also in front of her son. I'm like, can you guys?
She cooks, cleans, and sucks dick.
Yeah, but they don't know how to go in the barbershop. Barbershop gonna grind you up. They ain't not watch the movie.
Well, exactly. So I'm sitting there,
you know
and the girl's
single
sitting
mothers come
next to
through
me.
there that's thorough. Anyway.
So she's like, they're like, what do you like? What?
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you do?
Why are
like,
you special?
Yeah, what makes you great?
The one.
And she is like sitting there, like fumbling. I'm like, bitch, this is not the time. Like, you need to.
Yeah, she should have been quiet. She
You
should
need
shut
to
up.
try to pull it out of her.
Like, come up with something. Like, you're a good mom. Like, you're sweet.
You
You're
graduated
kind.
college
like,
or something.
come
Something,
on.
anything.
So she's like dead silent. And at this time, like,
Because I can't say
you,
my ass or anything like that.
right. Well, I told you, like, you know how Justin always, I think we talked about it on our episode. He's always like pretty privileged, like da 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 da. And I didn't always like look like
You
this.
didn't,
Like, I was the funny, smart girl. Like, not ever.
Were you fat?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
You give me private fat girl energy.
Thank you so much. So.
Technically, it's a compliment, but yeah.
So, like when I was there, you know, it was not all that, but like it was similar. Like that's who I was.
Mm-hmm.
So they like flipped to me and they're like, Maur, what do you have to offer? And I'm just like, instantly though, like I was like, I'm kind, I'm compassionate, I'm funny, I'm filling off these things, and I'm like, oh shit, bitch! Like I didn't know you felt this way about
Yo, that's hilarious, yo.
So ever since
she
then,
even snapped the whole. You know how they snatch the thing? She did the whole thing. She
like,
learned that in the barbershop too.
I was like,
anyway.
this is great. Like I didn't even know that I felt this way about myself. And so like since then, I just every day try to do like an inventory because like I just like many people, women specifically, forget like
why you're awesome.
Yeah.
Now, answer my question.
Okay. When do you remember being like the most like lit up? Like, you know when you're like something happens or you're somewhere and it's like very synchronistic or like you're like that aha moment where you're like, wow, like I prayed for this or like I visualized this or like do you have a time where you're like, okay, like you really remember just being like
she threw that work at you. You softballed her. She came in with the heat.
Like
well, because
type moment.
Not like an epiphany, but just like a
moment.
Like I'm really in this bitch and like killing it.
Oh man.
You done opened up for everybody. You done been on all the stages, all the green rooms.
2 times. I opened up for Jim Jones, State Property, Fabulous.
That was a great night. That State
Benny
Property
the Butcher.
night.
Benny the Butcher was the most
fun or like the most
no, that you don't understand.
So
it's not
inclusive.
even fun. Like,
So inclusive.
you got to realize it's different from going to open mics and showcases than it is to concerts.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
talking about like Fabulous and Jeezy just had a concert. Shout out Dope Shoes because they reached out to me and was trying to see what I was
Shout
going
out
to do.
Dope Shoes.
They was trying to see if I was going to come perform on that, but it was
Right.
too short a notice. That's another reason why I'm doing this event. But when I perform with Benny the Butcher,
When you say perform.
perform meaning he's on the
He's a
same
rapper.
stage.
Okay, because you guys just told
I'm
me
a
like
rapper.
50.
I'm an artist.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah, I'm
guys
an
said artist, but like
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
a
Like, are
musician,
we painting?
artist.
Are we
No,
making
no.
beats? Are
She
we
said I'm
making?
not painting. Yeah, I'm painting.
I don't know.
I'm painting.
It
Nah,
could be
we paint.
anything.
I'm paying.
You
no,
can slide
but
this
I'm,
back if you need some.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a musician artist.
Okay.
A rapper.
Okay.
I like
Hip
that.
hop. So when I got there, it was at the TLO? No, the TLA
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
on South Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, CLA.
So when I get down there, you know, everything it's different. It's not an open mic where people just come in there. You got the crowd and you got the performers backstage. Backstage we had a whole host of like different talent. Sheik Luce was there that day. The Locks.
Shout out to Sheik. He showed me love. He actually
So to
promoted the
be
same
on
thing.
the stage, and I got footage. I'm standing right behind Benny Butcher on the stage while he's performing, and to see the whole crowd, he cut the lights off, and people cut their phones on with the light on, and I'm standing, and the light shining towards me, and he rapping, and everybody, and it's just like he
Talk
come in
that
the
shit,
crowd, I'm
nigga.
like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I live
hey,
for
listen,
those things.
and
like,
then to
these
sit and
moments.
talk to Benny the Butcher, and at the
Absolutely.
time, that's when I did this song. That's when Benny and RJ Payne was together. And then I did the feature with
Shout out
RJ
to Payne,
Payne,
man.
and I
Yeah.
got Freeway in my video. So I work with a lot of different people, and it's like once I seen that, I just started attacking it differently.
That's what I'm saying. Like you like got like you're like, oh, this is possible. Like I'm on the stage.
Not even that. I just looked at after I did it 5 times. So you talking about every time I did it, it was a main industry artist.
Yeah.
And every time I was on that stage, it was the same thing. I see the crowd, and it's not like artists rapping in front of artists. It wasn't musicians rapping for other musicians. No, it was a crowd there specifically for this
fans.
concert.
Right,
It was
right,
all
right.
fun. So I was gaining real fans by moving about this way. I wasn't in competition.
You know how
to rap
many
with other
shows I went to and I
people. You
saw.
see what I'm saying?
You know how many shows I was going to? This was before we was even this close. And he was opening up at the show, and I'm like, this nigga everywhere. You and
Everywhere.
Trizzy.
That's like
Everywhere.
the
A lot
best
of it
when
was
you're
you
just
and
like
Trizzy.
watching
Yup,
your friends.
yup.
And
Shout
you're
out to
like,
Trizzy the
Shout out
Mouth.
Trizzy.
A lot of it, and we had knew each other. I knew who he was or whatever, but we wasn't this thorough.
yeah.
But I'm like, bro, it's moving
Everywhere.
the right way.
One day I did 3 shows in one day.
Yeah, I
3
remember
shows,
that.
3 shows. I ran
I
here,
remember that.
And then they said, "Where you?" I ran to the next place. To that nighttime, I closed off another one. It was like I was.
And that's like the feeling though, like at the end
It
of that,
was
when
fly.
you're just like that.
It was fly
That's what
every
I'm
time.
saying, like
Every
that
time.
lit
Every-
up.
Fly
every time.
The coat was husky.
different every
The
time.
hoodie was
I
husky.
yeah,
I know
every
the play.
time.
I know
every
the play.
time for like,
No,
damn,
we from the town, but you got
Yeah.
it crazy
Yeah,
up
you
there.
got
No,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, express yourself in the
Oh, yeah.
fullest form. Like, but when you're like in that like flow state and like that stuff comes, it just keeps coming. Then when you're
Right.
like in that,
Yeah,
and then it's like, then there's can be like that hardship, like the hardships that
Yeah.
get thrown in,
yeah,
and it's like that's why I ask like, what is your latest like?
This shit is a drug, yo.
yeah. It's a
You
high.
can
Put you
smoke
on
a
high.
great pack once a fucking month. You can do 8 shows and have a great show. You can do like it's so many ways that this shit could treat you, but you're always going to chase that pinnacle. Like you're always going
well, I
to
feel
want
like
to
the
have
pinnacle
that again.
changes.
But it shifts depending on your experience. Like, I always use this reference. Y'all heard this a lot if you watch this pod. I say, Biggie said his dream was for every MC to rock 30 to 40,000 from the front to the back.
Right.
Like this, for every MC. That's not superstardom. That's for every MC that put his work in that deserves a look to have that feeling.
Yeah.
We also seen DMX rock 1,000,000 motherfuckers in a red jumpsuit.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Well, it's just
so
like,
it's
yeah,
like,
anything's
even when I get my
possible.
30 to 40, I'm going to close on this. I'm
I'm
landing.
like, if I just scuffed his Tim, I'm gonna freak out.
He is not like that.
person.
But if once you get that 30 to 40 moment, you aim for that million moment, but you still want to feel that 40 or 30 again. Like, that's a feeling, yo.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
It's a
about
drug.
that. Because that 30 to 40, like I don't know what that means.
He's been in front of thousands of people.
Thousands of people. Yeah, that was and it's crazy.
Like
People
thousands of people.
Yeah,
and
it's
people
and it's
ask
like,
like,
and that's what you
I
wanted.
performed in front of 3,000. The most people fans. I performed in front of 3,000 fans
Yeah, it's like
at the
crazy.
Fillmore.
I was
Packed.
there.
Right, you was there,
I was there.
and it was packed.
I got
Fabulous.
footage and
Yeah,
all.
when Fabulous performed, it
I
was
sent
packed.
you the footage.
Yep. And it was great. And that's
That's
what
what
I'm
we was building.
And I'm gonna get back to that. I'm actually getting back to that. I'm gonna get back to that.
And the reason I bring that up, and like that's like my quick on the spot question, which I didn't know.
You
until
did
right
great.
now.
I love you
But
for
it's
that.
like that, like knowing that, like remembering those moments, like when you are feeling that, and it's like I felt that before. I know that feeling.
It's
I
damn
can
near
feel it
euphoric.
again. And
Damn
it's
near
possible
euphoric.
again, though. It's like you experience it once, you could
No.
experience.
The next one is 5,000.
Yeah, that's
it's
what I'm
got to be.
saying. It's
Like, the next
it
one is
elevates it
Damn
every
near
time.
guaranteed 5,000.
Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah,
like
you only go
double
up.
it
You only
because
go
you're
up.
like, holy shit, like the gratitude I felt for the 3,000, like I just doubled that.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
So just imagine being me and knowing the amount of talented people that I know from various aspects and seeing all type of people hitting points and getting recognitions and like my life is a fucking video game, yo.
Right.
I scroll through Instagram and I
it's
just
a
get
movie,
happy.
Man. It's a movie.
Like
Right,
you don't
and that's
understand
how
how
you
much
should get.
dope
Like, but some people
energy
get mad.
is connected to things that I've done.
Yes.
And it's like, nigga. And then when I bump back, I know you can't say that, but I
I
can.
know,
But
that's
then when they bump
hilarious.
back into it, it's like you don't even dig, bro. When I did this show, such and such happened, and then this happened, and it's like it's puzzle pieces.
It's a domino effect.
Not, you know what I mean? Nothing
yeah.
happened because of me, but I was a part of that.
Right.
That's pride. Like I sleep well.
And
when
it's
I-
like
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
How
you
often do
knowing.
I tell you, Corey, and them like, yo, y'all celebrate so much dope shit that I'm inspired all the time by the
Yeah,
homies.
you get excited
Jay
when other
Reezy,
people
like-
celebrate you, man. You get
Yes.
excited.
Del
What I was
P.
gonna tell you,
Del
he just
P.
said
Del
about
P. My bad. I
Yeah,
gotta say Del P over and over.
Shout out,
I gotta say
Del
Del P over and over.
I just talked to him
and
the
over
other
again.
night too.
It's my
Shout out
brother,
my man
Love
Del
you. I
P,
was at
man.
the wedding. I love that brother. But go ahead.
So he was saying like the thing about you being on the stage.
Oh,
and
we
it
rocking
not
a little
being-
bit tonight, baby.
It not being like
Keys.
a competition between you and the
Shout
other
out Keith Freeman, man.
artists.
Yeah.
Like you were like, it's not a competition. You're like,
Yeah, it's not. And I seen that from doing those big shows.
Mm.
well, so my like Fairy Garden is my business, but like my LLC is called Create Over Compete Enterprises, and it's like abundance. Like you don't have to compete with anyone. Like you need to create, and like if you continue to create and like hold your vision of success, it's like it will come. And people get sidetracked because they start competing with other people or like trying
Exactly,
to be like so and so or like this. It's like that.
I'm
Like,
about to give you a
no.
cheat code.
Basically, you can't use somebody else's plan or formula for you. It's different
Even
strokes
if
for
I
different
gave
folk.
you my recipe and the ingredients
You
that
still
you would
not-
need,
they still not
your
yours.
sauce is not
hold
mine.
on, hold on.
And
Let's stay there, because that's where I'm at.
yeah.
No, listen, y'all ain't even digging it, right? She's a poet. She's a rapper. She just can't. No, she's not literally a rapper because I'm pretty sure we would
I
have to
suck
teach
at
her
rapping.
like
I
a
wanna rap
motherfucker
so
how
bad.
to hold a cadence. You can make an entire project off of her philosophies.
Yeah.
Off of the little things that she throws out that she says she lives by, that roll off her tongue just like the same shit that you live by, right?
Right.
The meshing of you two's mentalities could make a great EP. I'm just keeping it G.
No, okay. Shut
So
up
I'm
right
talking
now, 'cause
about
I'll freak
recipe
out.
and sauce.
No, do you know one of my dreams? Like, is no, I'll freak out right now because all my friends who make music, everyone's always
I guess
singing.
she would executive produce it. She'd be an EP on your project.
I'm not we can talk because I do have ideas, but I just can't. I can't put my words together like that. I'm good at writing, but like I write like novels.
And he's thoughtful.
Yeah, and like intentional and authentic.
That part. Yo, she killed that.
Make songs about like my girl that like worked hard and like I'm like,
See, I don't come from
bro.
that. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Bitch. I'm not that bull. I've been lit since 12 years old. Is you crazy?
been lit for a long time.
Sometimes we don't know that we're lit. Like,
No, I was doing shit my homies wasn't doing.
if you
And they
know
was
that,
they was
that's
trying to
fire.
smoke weed. I wasn't worried about it.
They're like, later.
I got these motherfucking 15-year-olds ready to go.
But I always am like, what you pay attention to is like what you give your focus to is what grows. So like as an artist, like as a rapper, assuming it's not always freestyle. So it's like, okay, you sit down, you write this rap. Then you're like showing your homeboy. You're like, hey, like I made this like this rap. What do you think? And then you guys are like, oh yeah, that's fire. Like, okay, now we're gonna bring it to a beat maker. Now this guy's looking at the same script about this heartbreak and all this sadness that you had. Boo fucking who. And then now we're bringing it in the studio. You just recorded it 57 times to get the one fucking
57?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's not authentic bars, but go ahead.
Ooh, I'm one take Jake. You 57?
Well, that's fire. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in the studio. You're working with the message.
You
the
put in
story.
all this work in to come up with the same product.
And now you got all these other people putting their energy on it. So it's just like you're watering and feeding this plant of heartbreak and sorrow and da 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 da. And then you're putting it out. Now people are streaming it. That's 500,000 more sources of energies. You know? So I'm like, can someone please make a manifestation EP that people can sing, that it makes sense to sing these songs? Like, I don't want to sing about Chronic in the club and the bitches twerking on my face.
Yeah, you want to hear something more substance.
But I want a Malibu beach house and a fucking drop top in the parking lot. So can we make like some raps that I can make mantras? Like, I want to have raps that are worth singing.
Raps that I can make mantras.
You know? Like, think about it.
My idea is you create the mantra, he creates the rhyme.
Okay, perfect. Can we do this?
She said, where can we do this?
Literally.
I'm dead up,
One thing about me, I got time.
Mind you, at this point, you will become a silent partner, but then we would roll it out accordingly.
Yeah, it's just all about packaging and presentation. That's all.
You know how it go.
All about packaging
like,
and
we
presentation.
all know the play.
But that's part of why I'm having the event I'm having, though. All that
The
comes into
same
play for
kinda-
that. Yeah, all this is.
It's all like, well, because I feel like more people are like, especially more artists. There are more artists more recently who I feel are using their music to like create rather than like sit in whatever they have been in the past or like whatever they've experienced in the past. It's like, I feel like now more people are like, you know, like singing about celebrating a love that they found or like a career like advancement that they have, or buying their mom a house or something, like checking things off of their like list of things. Yeah, like and that shit I can get behind. Like, my favorite rapper of all time is Big Sean, because he is just
which is
so
crazy, but I love
smart.
Sean.
Yeah, I like Big Sean.
Is so smart and so
Detroit is one of the best mixtapes ever.
Intentional, and like he gets it. Like, he's like, why would I feed per se, or why would I pay like this low vibrational like.
Now,
Yeah,
what I'm gonna
and
say,
he
let me
get
say
knocked for
something
that.
real quick. I remember Freeway one time. You probably remember this interview. I think it was in a magazine at the time, and he was saying that as a Muslim, to make the music that he makes, every time it's played, it adds on to his debt to Allah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's negative and people, you're accountable for
You're
that.
accountable for that. Those words you put out there. Yep.
The way that you started it, talking about something that's worth singing. I remember being in a car one time, and I was with a bunch of artists. We was on our way to Maryland to go to the studio, and I was along for the ride, but I was in the front seat. You know how that be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Die came on, and Wish Your Life Like came on from Siegel.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, and I ain't gonna say his name because he ain't been on here yet, even though we've done scheduled it about 3 times, and it's my youngin'. He was in the back like, yo, why do I want my life to be like yours though? Mm. You know what Your Life Like was about.
I know.
He was like, why do I want my life to be like that? Don't make no sense. Mind you, we was all singing along to it because it's a great song.
Yeah, like, and that is a
but
thing.
that gave me perspective, and this is years ago, on what I intake and what I take from it. I don't shun anything, but I understand, like, you got to be able to differentiate.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can sing Wish Your Life Like so much that you got your own version of the story.
Well, and oh my God, don't even get me started.
You see what
on
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
Because the human brain, half of what we remember is not even real, anyways. Like, legit, it's like, oh, the way that I remember my parents' divorce going, it's like, bitch, that didn't happen. like that. Like it did to a
Okay.
degree, but like if you were to actually sit, like if me
The
and my
actual
mom,
run back, the
my
actual
dad-
You put
playback.
your mom and dad on the
and
podcast,
we
you
were
gonna
all
get some
sitting
different
here,
answers than you
they would
think.
be like, Mar, that didn't happen. Or
Yeah.
like, you know, but it's like, no, it did happen, but it happened on a smaller scale, but like it was so
Yeah.
big to me that it feels like this extra week or 2 weeks in the timeline of things. It's
Right.
like our
Timelines
brains-
definitely get fucked up based on
I've
trauma.
had that happen
Based on
before.
trauma. We know that, right?
Yeah.
You'll think that something took it like no, that shit was 3 months. It was 3 weeks. But you was so low. Or vice versa.
Right.
Yes.
Sometimes you think it was 3 days and realize that you missed 3 months.
Yeah, I just had this. My
Yeah.
family had that problem. Something happened in March. Then I said, no, that was about 5-6 months ago. They said it was that long ago. I said, yeah. They counted back. It was that long ago.
They've been in that moment so much.
Stuck
time
in there.
stopped
Your
mattering.
time stops.
Yeah,
Time
and then
stops.
it's like, you know, it's like this one thing happens and you're in a mood, and then that mood escalates to 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And now it's just like a part of your personality, basically. You know,
No, I keep
if
it
you don't
G.
like work it and like feel the feelings and like just start going through it, like get
No.
through it rather than trying to like just.
I was going through something recently, and you was around.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody saw it. And at one point, I felt myself coming out of it. You remember when I said you can't determine the reset?
Right.
I felt myself coming out of it. And I told my folks, like, yo, I just realized I've been in a dark place for quite a long time. And I apologized. Because I don't know what weight that put on that wouldn't have been put on if I was aware that I was going through it and handled it accordingly.
Right.
But I went through a series of things. Remember, when I started media full time was because I was on workman's comp. I was hurt.
Right.
I got in a fight with a fucking full leg brace on.
Oh yeah. You
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I was like you, nigga. I was no longer in the streets, but I ain't going nowhere without a knife on me.
Right.
You see what I'm? You start
Right.
thinking different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I get in a car accident, hit and run. Then I get another car accident. Now my back fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I went through that for so long, and I was in physical therapy for about 4 years straight, between situation to situation to situation. And the longer my job for me, the longer I had to deal with the fucking situation.
Right.
Right? I didn't realize that it took a little pep out my step. It took a little oomph out my, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't giving everything I could be given. But at the same time, I was having moments. I was getting them awards that y'all see on the joint.
Right.
Motherfuckers was appreciative
still
of what I was
here.
doing for them.
Still here.
People was emulating the sauce. All of that was going on. So I feel like I'm delivering. But I'm delivering at a cool 72.
Right. It's like turn
And
it
my
up.
people deserve the bean or the 92.
Right.
Which so do you.
Listen, this all legacy. I done it.
Yeah.
How you feel?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts,
I
yeah.
done it. Like,
Facts.
I'm one of them. I
Yeah.
had clubs on fucking Delaware Ave when I was too young to be in them motherfuckers, and I was the promoter.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we was creating vibes.
Right.
We wasn't just cashing out. But we wound up getting in the street shit over fucking club promoting. It's like, you know what I do all day and I don't go through this shit?
Right.
Y'all got it.
Well,
It's
that's
20
a whole
light skinned
nother
niggas
thing.
throwing one party and everybody trying to pay their baby mom. I can't beef with y'all over this shit.
yeah.
I made too much money to this part. Yo, if 500 people don't show up tonight, we either giving everybody their money back or buying everybody drinks. Y'all don't party like us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm beefing with you because my DJ was handing out flyers on the same block and you. We're not doing this.
We
Do you
not
know
doing it.
who's in my party?
Yeah, we not doing
I gotta
it.
nip this in the bud or it's gonna be over for Center City.
Right.
Yeah.
At that point, it's not worth it. That's literally I was
Yeah,
young.
you
when I
gotta
had
weigh
to
a lot
fall
of you
back.
gotta weigh a lot of that stuff, man.
And you got to figure out like what you want, and it's like is
With
this
great power
aligned
comes great
with
responsibility.
That.
Every time.
Well, the only reason we was throwing parties was because we realized that every weekend everybody wanted to know where we was partying at.
Yeah, everybody wanna
We
gather.
didn't care.
People wanna gather with people that's credible, that's safe, that's gonna be a good vibe, that they know it ain't gonna be no problem, and that's solid people, period.
Yeah.
So when other people see that, it's like, oh, we got to pick between going to Sammie's vibe we know it's gonna be solid and all that, or we gotta take our chance with this.
That's hyped
And it
up.
could be a
And
toe,
it could
right?
be a
And it
wild
could be,
one.
and people don't really like that. They like, damn, you interfering with my situation. Why you gotta have your stuff on the same day as mine? And all? It's not my fault if your vibe ain't like this vibe
Nigga, it's
over
Tuesday.
Right.
here. Yeah.
I was in Old City on a Tuesday night in a standoff, bro.
See what I'm saying?
With solid like real, you know, like we don't play like this. Like y'all better calm down, cause like
Yeah.
we didn't even
over.
come here for that. But like I just came off I didn't even get dressed for this party yet.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, hello.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I've been outside since 5 this morning.
Yeah. No.
You see what I'm saying?
You're
I
like,
went through that kind of
this
shit.
doesn't align with my vibe.
And
right
all
now.
I want is everybody to be cool. My DJ is 19 years old, bro, in a nightclub. He was handing out flyers. When y'all swarm him, he has to get home safe.
Mm-hmm.
Are you crazy?
Right.
You see
Like
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
baby.
But you know what's crazy? My 19-year-old DJ was the first person that presented me with real paperwork to book you for an event.
See what I'm saying?
He put me on game. I had to meet him downtown on a random bench.
Right.
And he wear his book bag and post
Sign that paperwork.
Right.
Know it's business. You got a business.
Front
Yeah,
right?
and
and that's
back
like
end,
that goes to his self.
19
his,
years old.
like concept of self. He's probably like, okay, this is who I want to be, and this is how I show up as that.
It was a slow night in the joint. You know, it's a Tuesday. So you might have 3 great nights, 1 slow night, 2 great
Well,
nights.
Tuesday is
whatever.
always just tough.
It could be.
That's like probably the toughest night.
It depends on what games is on, who else is
Yeah.
throwing something. It's a lot because it's not a everybody go out night, right?
Yeah.
So this is a night when it was slow. He put on a mix and decided upon himself to go outside and promote what was going on in the building. We didn't ask him to do that. I don't expect nobody running the club like, yo, they swarming the young boy over handing out flyers.
What does that even mean, swarming?
Roll up on them.
That
Whole
means-
bunch of
For
people.
what?
That means he's not
Try to
exiting this
intimidate
circle.
him.
He's not exiting this circle unless they satisfied.
Trying to intimidate.
Satisfied? How would he satisfy them?
We wouldn't know until we get in that circle with him.
Oh
make
my
they-
god.
That's the problem.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Yep.
And like, what? Can you guys get a hobby?
That is
Can
they
you
have.
can you throw a party with 3 people instead of 35 so that you content with your line at your party? How about that?
He's like, I got options. Okay.
No, but you don't understand. Like I said, I've had clubs on Delaware Ave and I've had spots like little bars in Old City. I've been able to carry both.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We had commercials on Power 99
Right.
for our club nights. Like we did our due diligence. If it was a slow night, we literally wasn't tripping.
Right.
I can't imagine getting mad at somebody over handing out flyers.
I mean, some people though.
But
Unless,
that's
unless it's
black mindset.
unless it's racially or
What
religious
what I learned.
That's the competition.
Some people, right? But
That's-
because some people, their income only come from that one source.
It's
Main
scarcity.
problem.
Right.
It's
So
scarcity.
it's like you're taking food out my mouth from this specific situation, whereas though we doing it to have a good vibe and a
But
good
we
guy.
supposed to do this over a dope block. When we come to parties and vibes,
Yeah, that ain't the vibe.
we come to parties and vibes. My
You don't
crowd
do
might
street
not even
stuff.
be your
You don't
crowd.
do you don't do right. You don't do street stuff over no party. And, all that. And I was in the street.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I did
huh?
15 years in the state penitentiary.
We
No.
celebrate.
No, but my thing is I did 15 years in the state penitentiary.
Right.
Certain things is off limits. Certain stuff is just not. I did from 2002 to 2017. I was in SCI Mahanoy, 301 Morea Road, Frackville, PA 17932, and sitting in there around people that's never coming home, mass murderers, different things like that. Certain stuff you just don't
It
do.
ain't worth it.
You don't do.
Well, that's what I always talk about, like your energy budget, and like you have to like budget where you pay.
She has weird ways of describing things
But
that
it's
I
like,
already
why
think.
are you paying this 19-year-old who's handing out flyers?
Any energy.
Yeah,
I'm still in
That's
energy budget because I always say if you really say that you believe in energy, then how much energy is this shit worth?
that's like when my friends will be like, my boss is being such a cunt today. I'm like, next story. I don't care. Like, it's over. Let it go. Like, why are we still paying this?
You were supposed to be
topic?
in a 90s movie with Madonna. You are a fool, yo. What's the movie when it was the wedding and they was in a limo when they got kidnapped? You was supposed to be in it.
Dad, I don't think I've seen that.
You was supposed to be a bridesmaid or something.
Right. Yes, I get that. That one I do understand.
You funny
help
as
me,
shit.
I'm poor. I know. Well, it's funny. I went on a do-rag and the deer tag. They're like a comedian. There's 3 guys. They're comedians, and their Patreon and their YouTube or whatever. They're always like, have her back. Like, she's hilarious. Let us know when you have a show. I'm like, when I have a show? Y'all think I'm a comedian? I'm like, let's fucking go.
You know what's funny? If produced right, you could do a one-woman show.
That's what Tata always says to me, too.
Shout out Tata. That's the
I
homie.
love her.
Tata Sharice, the
She
comedian.
keeps bringing
Oh yeah,
me-
yeah.
She
right.
keeps bringing. She's like, come with me. Just come with me, and you can shadow me. And she's like, Mar, you need to tell the story about how
Hey.
you got hot.
Have either one of y'all?
That's your
That's
story.
funny as shit. Have either one of y'all seen the Mike Tyson one-man show? It's produced by Spike Lee, and it's fucking phenomenal.
Really?
Like, yo, this was before we had a podcast from Tyson and all of that. Before we knew he really could talk for 15 minutes or more. Tyson, between what they put on the screen when they switch from subject to subject,
Yeah.
and how his energy shifts and he attacks them, it's fucking Shakespeare, yo.
It's funny because what you're saying, that's like my dream situation would be to have like a woman, like.
Oh, we
The
could do
Marvel
that.
show.
You know, we could produce that. We got all of the everything it takes to make that.
Oh, that would be fire. That's like my friend Alan. He's like one of my best guy friends, but he's like an entrepreneur in the city. He's like very successful. Like he has a lot of resources and money and like whatever. And he's like, I will pay for your podcast.
Oh, we just stumbled across a bag. Now authentic hosting.
What happened?
He's like, come on, what are you
She
waiting
said she got
for?
a bag for the one woman show.
She got
So-
a bag.
So we can get authentic the host.
He
I
can
can get
make
media there.
A manifesting theme song that will be
I'm gonna make you get a
at
publicist.
the beginning.
Woman,
of
you got to get a
everything.
publicist fucking with me. You got a bag? Oh.
That's like my dream.
And everything's not based on the bag. The bag creates the initial thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it'll.
I can
recreate
build
itself.
on
Yeah.
anything that's buildable.
Exactly.
I'm a Lego maniac when it comes to business.
Mm-hmm.
We got crazy.
Well, Tata's always like, we'll have.
She got a list of 400 vendors. What we doing?
Oh yeah, I will go. I mean, I would go. That's like my dream.
So
Like,
you're gonna be there Saturday, December 16th. Then?
I'm gonna have to request off right now.
Okay.
I like that she's fucking proactive. See what I'm talking about?
Let's
Now, bars.
Yes.
see. December
was-
17th.
16th, Saturday.
You was here on time, and I know her energy is electric and all of that. But anything that you need to make sure that we cover before we get out of here, man, because we got so caught up in the Maur bubble, it get
Sorry.
crazy.
Oh no, I covered everything. I'm just enjoying. I'm just enjoying the time. That's it, man. I done covered everything. See everybody Saturday, December 16th, 7 to 11 p.m.
That's what it
Get
is.
with me. It's gonna be a great event.
I'll be in the building. You know how my evenings go. I don't know what time, but I'll be there.
You know I'm gonna be there all night. It's
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
my event. So just come in and chill with me. You already
Now
know.
I got a random question for you.
Okay.
You have a class ring on your pointer finger.
It's my dad's.
Okay.
It's like my only. I have fat fingers, but it's the only finger it fits on.
And the other one is yours?
This one, my mom got me when I was in 5th grade. And I just
Okay.
always wear it. And I had this one that was here, and my ex-boyfriend bought it for me in Italy, like 10 years ago, and it just broke the other day. I've
Her
worn it
knuckle
for
is still
10
white,
years.
by the way.
I know.
So, is this the guy we're mourning?
No.
Do you notice where I was going with this big ass class ring? I just
Oh,
wanted
no,
to know.
no. This is my dad's. It was in his junk drawer, and I was like, give it to me.
And he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he didn't. I was like, hello.
I don't want no daughters.
Man, listen.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I won't even have kids just on the off chance that I have a daughter.
Oh shit, she's available, gentlemen.
I'm also
Not trying to have kids.
not available.
No, you're not.
I'm taking a hiatus. I've seen what I've needed to see, and I'm done.
All right, so as a woman, how long do you have to go without sex to think that you're celibate? to declare yourself celibate?
I mean, I think you would just declare it and you're celibate until you're not.
Mm.
I mean, I had sex yesterday and today I'm celibate.
Is this literal or?
No, like, I really should not engage in that.
But you literally had sex yesterday.
I know. And then
No.
this morning, I was like,
I'm celibate.
this is
I'm not doing this
medium
no more.
meh
You know that's not the
energy.
definition of the word. You know you got Google, right?
No, I'm saying this is like the vibe of the person that I had sex with. It's giving confusion and like indecisiveness, and that is not my vibe.
So if the sex was better, you wouldn't be celibate today.
No, the sex is great, and that's like the worst part, actually. But it's the stuff that's not the sex that's irking the shit out of me.
So my guy, Authentic Bars.
What's good?
This is why women are fucking confusing as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, she
Well,
just
We
you
get
are
blamed for so much
confusing too.
bullshit.
She said-
When you can say some shit like that, that is a whole
Yeah,
fucking
that was a lot.
Rubik's Cube.
That was a lot.
It's
so
true.
basically, you
That
hit,
turned into Survivor.
so
We
what I
have great sex, but
No,
he's
no,
being
no,
an
no.
idiot.
Let him talk.
yeah, so
That's
I
the-
mean,
Because he know he's slinging that young sodomy skin. You got to deal with certain shit when
I
you
mean-
dealing with the big dog.
Well,
so-
he's dealing with a big dog too.
Maybe
so
not.
both of y'all gonna be stubborn.
Maybe you.
So
barking
both of y'all
back
gonna be
because
stubborn.
You know you
I
ain't.
have been not stubborn. I've been like very empathetic and compassionate and like patient.
Mm-hmm.
He has work that needs to be done.
So he doesn't
I
call
do
you
too.
enough.
So-
I do too. No, he just like he doesn't know how to receive me. He's like used to like very toxic.
So what you gonna do about it?
I have to remove myself until you
Until he cuts. Until
he does some work. Like he literally like
I
needs to
heard
go to
that,
therapy.
too.
Like
All right, but
He
listen,
needs to, like-
that's a part of the list though. If I come back saying, yeah, I'm healed, I straightened out the errors and problems with what you pointed out was wrong with me, but yet that's only to get back to slinging some good pipe, and then I'm right back to the toxic shit. Then a lot of times you gotta just ain't no coming back. You gotta leave people where they at. That's the only way they gonna learn.
Well-
Because if you don't, you enabling them.
But if she can't
You
bust a
enabling.
nut without motherfucking.
Then
doing
that's
it
that's
herself.
another way of somebody having control of you, be able to push your buttons. You can't. You
well,
can't.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, and in this situation, which is very different than most situations that I've been in, I have like history with him in a way that, like, I already know a lot about him and like a lot about like his past relationships and just like how he is as a person. And so like I know what it is like he's capable of and like what like he's like a very special person. And so like I'm like, you have to first off recognize that you're not regular, like, and you want a lot of things.
All right, so you falling back. Does that mean that you've accepted the fact that you might just be transitional?
Well, no, me falling
Rebound.
back.
Are you good with being a rebound? If he succumbs and understands everything that you're trying to put on him, but another woman benefits from that, is that?
Oh, it's happened before. So
No, I'm asking with this one. Don't do that.
yeah, I'm just kind of like at a point where it's just like it is what it is. And so instead of like trying to make it something else or like
Does any of this have to do with your biological clock?
no.
All right.
Yeah, no. Not me. Because so, that goes back into like the whole like concept of like what I think is possible, and it's like if I'm 30 or if I'm 35 and I fall in love and I meet a guy and I'm like, wow, like a collab with us would be fire. Like I
This
would
shit
make
that
a
turned
movie.
into an album.
She
She about to do an EP with a motherfucker.
If I want to collab on a human with this person and I'm 35, I still think that that's possible.
Is the guy black?
No.
What is his ethnicity?
I can't get into this right now.
Because then he'll talk too much?
Yeah.
I understand that. I ain't fighting for that. I ain't fighting for that. What you heard, Bars?
She ain't dealing with a black person. I don't know.
This motherfucker is
He might-
responding.
He might be Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Might be, might
Might
not
say,
be.
yeah, he might be.
She's like, you get close.
Yeah.
Asian?
Asian.
Oh, he Asian?
Yeah, sure.
Whatever you say. As
I-
long as you don't watch this.
he probably was.
As long as you
already
don't
on
watch this shit, he's whatever you say he
it.
is.
He done now. He ain't
No, I
coming
gotta
back.
fuck with it though, because when you say you so forthcoming, I know when you're not coming. So forthcoming, you ain't going there. But no, that's amazing, yo. That's funny as shit. I like y'all answering each other questions. I've been having a ball with this, but also we gotta let the producer go to bed at some point. So I want y'all to tell everybody how to keep up with y'all, what y'all got coming up, and how to book y'all, so forth and so on.
In my mouth.
Yeah, women and ice is a weird thing.
They let that crush ice, don't they?
It's an oral fetish.
Follow me on Instagram at authentic_bars. Contact the email at authenticbusiness6@gmail.com. Submit your music right now and be sure to tap in to Saturday, December 16th with me and DJ Drewski live. I will be hosting. DJ Drewski will be spinning on the ones and twos from Hot 97.
And I'll be in the building, yeah!
Sipping with Sammy be in the building. And you can check Drewski. He just posted on his story, so promotion is heavy right now. We're going to have a lot of people from Hot 97 in the building. There's going to be a lot more people to pull up, so make sure y'all there. Definitely.
Yo, bro. Love you to death, bro.
Love you too,
Appreciate
bro.
you always.
You already know.
Your turn.
Okay, so if you want to find me on Instagram, I'm gonna follow your line
Situation.
of your line of
Rundown.
info.
Okay.
My Instagram is MaurBXO, MAURBIEXO, and then my business account is Fairy Garden Mindset. My podcast is Fairy Garden Mindset on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, all of the things. I also am on Loving Them What. Congrats on the baby, Justin.
Big hair.
I just requested off.
Yep.
That's
Gotcha.
so fly.
I'll make like Stormy and Tata come with me.
Uh-oh.
Shout out to Stormy, man. Stormy just went viral, and Tata
Every day. All day.
Tata is whooping ass. But Stormy had a video that was so viral, she had to make another video talk about why she went viral.
Oh, man.
And she's somebody that goes viral. So I'm like, yo, there's levels, and I'm not there yet. So salute to my sister, man. Appreciate her. She's a great supporter of the platform.
No, she's the
And
best.
Tata has been on here and blessed us with her energy, and I had a ball with Tata, man. I even had some videos that we posted that she was like, I'm not going to collaborate with you on that. But it was fun. It was fun.
You
But
gotta curate the vision
I need y'all to really think about what I said, though.
about the mixtape.
I'm usually good at this. I'm just saying I'm an A&R.
I agree. I'll whip out my journal. I got
think that
8 journals already full.
When you somebody like Authentic Bars that has producers at his will, and sometimes we need energy and stuff like that to figure out direction. I think that if we could do something that's based on energy, that's perfect for my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Do you
think
like
that you can open
Eric
windows.
Bellinger?
Who is that?
Eric Bellinger?
Yeah.
That name sound familiar.
I know who Eric Bellinger
Bruh.
is. I'm
The name
surprised
sound
you don't.
familiar.
Well, we'll
His,
tap in.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'll show you some.
We'll tap in.
Okay.
All right, so appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. Follow my folks, support my folks, anybody that you see on this platform, because I appreciate them, and you will too if you really see what they come from and what they really do for the community and what they do for themselves and their family. You will realize these people are fucking awesome. And on that note,
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
this is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammy, Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
It's all the way live. It's all the way live.
Malone.